Let's hop in again.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Garland Moon. The Golden Deer's Plea.
Golden Deer's plea? Excuse me, what? What the Golden Deer got a plea about?
The Kingdom Army has reclaimed the Kingdom capital and plans to immediately begin restoring the country and its forces. But an unexpected request arrives from Claude, leader of the Leicester Alliance.
Claude, you came and you fought me
Dimitri
on the
promptly
field.
Responds to the request for aid, and he rushes to prepare the Kingdom's forces.
You, like, straight up tried to kill me on that field, and thus I straight up tried to kill you back. And you know what? I won that fight, so why should I pay attention to you now? I don't understand what you think you're gonna get from me, boy. Whee! Yeah! Yahoo!
We have received a request for aid from the Alliance. They are being invaded by the Empire.
Good for them. I hope they can repel them.
We have only just taken back Ferdiad, and yet I am already asking all of you to move out once more. Please accept my apologies for that.
That's no problem at all. More importantly, how is the Alliance faring?
House Regan has rallied the Alliance Lords. They are facing the enemy with all the strength they can muster. We do not know how far that will get them. It seems the enemy's relentless attacks have forced them into a tough situation. Their defeated Gronder severely weakened the Alliance. I imagine the Empire now intends to destroy them before they can recover.
You mean the defeat that we put upon them because they attacked us? You know, when we killed Raphael and Lysithea, and by we, Dimitri, I mean you, backhanded Lysithea with your axe, and she's now in 3 pieces. You only hit her once. I don't know how you did that, but she's in 3 pieces on that field. I hit Raph about 1,800 times with my chainsword, so that one makes sense, but what the fuck, man? Why are we helping Claude? He's the inferior Wyvern Lord. Lions don't tend to sheep last time I checked. Exactly.
To think they'd watch us chase their soldiers out of the Kingdom capital, then immediately go invade the Alliance. Their general is Lord Volkard von Arundel. He serves as regent to the Emperor. He has presumably taken command after the Emperor was wounded in Gronder.
He is known for his shrewdness and excels not only in domestic affairs, but tactics as well. He is not an opponent we should take lightly. Lord Arundel.
Are you concerned about this puny mortal being, Dimitri? Do I need to take you out behind the shed and slap you around a few times and bring back the monster? I don't want to do it, but like, you are oddly concerned about a country that tried to kill us last time we met them.
I always suspected that Lord Arundel was behind the tragedy 9 years ago. The timing of his departure from the kingdom, the fact that he abruptly stopped making donations. Too many factors made him suspect. If Lord Arundel conspired with Cornelia, then what Kronya and the others said 5 years ago? Well, never mind that for now. The Alliance needs our help. What are your thoughts?
If we turn our back on the Alliance and then Deirdre falls, it will undoubtedly make our situation difficult further down the road.
Right, but what if we go invade the Empire right now while their armies are busy? You ever think of that?
We would have enemies in 2 directions. In the Alliance to the northeast, and in the Empire to the south.
That is true. In that scenario, we would not be able to safely march our soldiers to Enbar.
I am terribly worried about Lady Rhea, but I believe we must save the Alliance first.
Ugh. All of you are weak today.
Oh, maybe if we do this, the Alliance will help us out in return. We could ask them to help us attack the Empire. You know, a sneak attack or something.
What do you think, Professor?
Where's my negative option? Do whatever the monster wants, I guess. Not a monster, not anymore. Do whatever Dimitri decides.
We must go to Deirdre. I will admit that there is something to be gained for us as well, for when we eventually march south. But far more importantly, they need us. We cannot turn our backs on them.
How awkward is it going to be when we go there and they remember that we totally killed a lot of them?
We will arrange to head out at once. Prepare yourselves, everyone.
Like, mega killed. Many pieces. Many giblets. It's Sylvain's birthday! Hey, let's have a tea party for the womanizer. See if he tries to put the moves on us. Oh, look at him. Look at him peeking out from behind that text box. And barely even loaded up the screen and he's already making eye contact here. What do you got? What do you got? Tad bitter. Blends the nerves, heightens concentration. Unforgettable. Sliced almonds. Mint leaves, popular among many. Give you some pine needles.
Hey, sorry for the wait, Professor. Thank you so much.
Take the tea. The Golden Deer joined specifically to fight the Blue Lions. They gave no thought to attacking Edelgard. That's right, they said they were gonna, and then they just surrounded me. Also, Garland, what do you mean to be fair? That's not to be fair at all. That's actually making a worse case against them. People don't know how to use that term. Cooking mishaps, insectivorous plants, and cats. I don't believe you've ever said anything about any of these, so I'll always go to cats. You don't like cats? My opinion of you is sinking, my boy. He looks like wounded by that, like his sister was killed by a house cat or something. The courtyard couple. Yeah, you're into that. And the existence of crests. You might hate that. Our first meeting? Yeah, because I'm a lady. All right.
Thank you for the treat, Professor.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right without doing this again. You made a good first impression, but you've been slowly drooping down as time goes on to me. Maybe his favorite cat was killed because of the war and it brings up painful memories? Nah, I'm pretty sure it's because his sister was killed by one. That's it. What do we got? Lots of large fish. The Silver Maiden, eh? Arianrod, the fortress city, lies on what was once the border between the kingdom and the empire and is a valuable strategic asset. Dimitri intends to reclaim it. I remember seeing something about this that can cause a soft lock. So I'm gonna look that up real quick. Unless somebody else can let me know as to what it was. I'm not finding anything here. Sylvain getting more flaccid as the game goes on. Perhaps. Why can we only drink tea? Why can't we ever drink coffee? I need my caffeine fix. Tea has caffeine in it, Blunky. This is how they got their caffeine fix. Then here there's a rare monster sighting, a head chef challenge. Mysterious specialty has been prepared just for you. Effects are enhanced. Then there's Blessing of the Land. Plants thrive. Miracle is called Blessing of the Land. And then there's Sweet Tooth Week. Okay, so it looks like maybe we can squeeze in a thing here. Let me check when's the expiration on that. It's available until 8/23 and it's currently 6/7. So we have a couple months to do it. We don't have to do it today. But let me also check. Bataru. Saving Deirdre has a suggested level of 37, so I could actually use some experience before that point. So exploration obviously comes first, for the sake of maybe ruffling up another battle quest. Silver Maiden Glitch is not a soft lock, it's a hard lock. It will ruin your save data. You get it by saving on the preparation screen and then exiting. You'll be stuck on the battlefield interface and you won't be able to do anything else. Gotcha, okay. So, make sure I prepare well before then and make 2 saves. Gotcha. Hiya, Kid Arc. Certifications. So let me really quickly see if I can reclass Cubeless back down to her Swordsmaster self. We were just talking today in John's Discord about some of the like master classes and things that we kind of wish were here. And I think I've got my new favorite idea for what I want to see for a new master class. Like, if I had to only pick one to be a thing, considering that, like, swords have always been, like, a special weapon inside of Fire Emblem, and in this game, they make sure that you are the sword person. What if one of the master classes was True Blade, or Dreadfighter, or whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to go with True Blade. And it was the only master class that specialized in one weapon, and you had to have an S rank to even promote to it. How cool would that be? It's like, not Mortal Savant, where you're a swords and a magic. It's the evolution of Swords Master. And you just do swords. You had better be one of the best people in the world at it to get that class. I think that would be awesome. I literally recommended True Blade a while ago. I'm sorry, Garland, I wasn't thinking about it then, but, like, the idea just came to me today. If you recommended it earlier, then awesome. Props to you. You were thinking ahead of the curve, or ahead of me on that one. Anywho's, so I have that. I have Assassin that I could do, too. Dimitri is still working. I guess he's already beaten up his Wyvern Lord, so I could set him back onto being a Great Lord and work on that class for a little while. Dimitri be the Great Lord.
What's more...
Certifications. Who else can do what? Still can't be a Great Knight. You have a 28% chance you still need riding. I guess I could do all this later. Like, I don't necessarily have to take these exams now. Although I could make sure that Felix at least takes the exam for Dark Bishop. It might give him another reason point or something. So you go ahead and pass this. It's because I've been entirely critical of the game and trying to take it to its conceptual limits. I got you, Garland. Thought experiments and the like.
Easy.
Nah. Hello, Side Effect. How's it going? What's that second emote? Thank Egg. I don't understand it, but yay. Sounds sick. If I had to add any classes, I would add maybe Halberdier and Sentinel. I don't like how there's only lance-wielding classes are mounted. Not the only ones. Dimitri's a Great Lord. He's an infantry unit, and he has lances, but he's also a special case. So yeah, I'll throw that in the chat. One class. Limit yourself to one. If you had to add a single class at the master level, what would it be? Don't spread yourself too thin. Pick a favorite. My favorite would be True Blade. So you're still a Mortal Savant for the time being. Sylvain's a dancer. I do want to put him back at being a soldier for just a little while to get that that +2 defense. He's only like 2 experience points away. He'll get it. He'll get it. Annette's already got, she still hasn't mastered Warlock of all things, so you get to get reclassed back. Make sure that we get that mastery for you. And I think at a certain point you'll also be able to take Gremory, so how far off are you from that? Damn, you have a 50% chance of passing it right now. You can almost become a Holy Knight, too. Whew, I might just send Annette through all of the magic classes. That almost looks like a Falcon Knight. Ingrid is a flyer, and if I wanted to send her at Wyvern Lord, she'd have to know a ton of axes, so whatever, she's just gonna stick on her flyer. Bernie is fine where she's at. She's a knight. Dorothy is working her way through a warlock. Marianne's a bishop. Leonie's Great Knight and rocking it. Sedith Flame is a Gremory, doing well. Hanny Dog is a warlock. Manuela... Ooh, did she get level 30? She did. I want to get a Master Seal and have her attempt the Holy Knight then. Gilbert's fine. Catherine is in armor. Shamir's on a horse. Okay, everybody here is fine. Exploration. What happened? Pirate Berserker. Pirate Berserker would be pretty cool too, yeah. I think War Master basically fills the role of Berserker, but like Pirate would be good to bring in a water unit. I did like Pirate in Fire Emblem 7. Kung Fu Monk that is proficient with healing and fist weapons? That's what I thought Monk was when the game started. That's what I wanted Felix to be. Was like an unarmed magic user. That's what I've got him being right now as a mortal savant, but a specialist would be cool, yeah. I think you changed Annette to Dark Knight for movement. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. I just never changed her back to Warlock. I haven't played Genealogy far enough. I haven't...
Hey, you.
One class. I haven't played Genealogy far enough to actually get one of these, but I picked Master Knight. Totally infeasible for the skill weapon rank system, but I don't care. Is that like Weapons Master, but on a horse? Like, what is a Master Knight, Colonel? Not a whole lot of water maps, though. That's true. True.
Claude. Which one was he again? Oh, right. Yeah, of course I remember him. It's just, I can't picture his face. Don't remember what he looks like. I'm not sure if I ever knew.
That's odd. You just fell out of your head, Bernie? He was one of the heads of the houses here. You could teach me lots of things, but I'm not going to do that for now. Who's got the quests?
Professor?
Are there even quests today? There are. All right, I should go pick that one up first, actually. Master Knights were able to use literally every weapon type, and they're on a horse. Yeah, so it's a Master of Arms, but on a horse. Gotcha. It's not that I've never been on a map with Water Garland, it's that they've been rare. Like, there's been a map or two with a river in it, and the one where we had to defend the port from pirates, that had a lot of water on it, but that was also a, paralog mission, not one of the story missions. Hey, Manuela.
Remember the Death Knight who stabbed me 5 years ago? Of course you do. How could you forget?
I've been wondering what's been up with him.
It turns
Someone
out
actually
he's a
gives my
general in the
spoofs and
Imperial
goofs.
Army, claiming victories on
Lucky
dozens
1, 2, 3,
of
4 KK.
battlefields.
Hello, thank you for the follow. I hope you appreciate Fire Emblem and or other variety games, because at the point when I'm released from this one, a year and a half down the line, I'm going to get back to some of those. Ah, the Death Knights in the Imperial Army. You know, I'm not that surprised. He was with them when they attacked the monastery.
But it looks like he's not at Deirdre. Like every man in my life, he's run away from me. And he better run. One day I'm gonna find that guy and pay him back for what he did to
In
me.
one of my playthroughs, I'd like to use Manuela like properly and have her actually get good at stuff. Maybe put her on a Pegasus. 'Cause I think she could rock that, honestly. I do. If I recall correctly, Master Knight is basically what turned into Great Knights in modern games. Axe, swords, and lances. And I do love Great Knights. Oh, you mean they could use staffs too? Mounted A rank in everything except staff at sea. Jeez, that is insane. What makes a Dread Knight different from Mortal Savant? The fact that Dread Knights have been something different in every game they've showed up in. There is no single definition for what a Dread Knight is. Fuck the boat maps. Death Knight's just a super edgy Black Knight. Changed my mind. I wish you could make Manuela a dancer. That would be good. Ah, that'd be a good use for her. I tried to use Manuela, but old people have terrible growths. I don't think they have terrible growths. Shamir's been doing just fine, but now that I think about it, she's not awful, but she's also not great. And the professors filling in as late game units, that theory seems to be going out the window with the time skip, because it seems like the ones you didn't recruit might not come back to you, so they're not even that high a level to come and fill in, like, your gaps. You might be able to recruit them at, like, level 23, 24, right before the time skip, But I'm already at 35. That's not really much of a filler unit. Shamir's not old. Oh, well then, then if you're just saying old people, then that's wrong. I believe all the faculty would have pretty regular growths to them. I think Gilbert has had a couple bad levels, but who hasn't? He's pretty solid overall.
With the capital recaptured, I desire to call him Your Majesty rather than Your Highness.
What's the difference, dude?
He would refuse my desire, rightfully pointing out that he has not as yet been crowned.
Hanneman has also been having fantastic levels. I believe you to be incorrect. The old people are not Jagans.
However, the day this war is ended and the church has placed the crown upon his head, then he will truly be our king, and I will call him Your Majesty at last. I must go hear the reports from our spies. There is something worrying me, and... No, it can wait. I shall tell you more when our information is more concrete.
But come on, I'm the head of the church. Don't you think you should tell me something?
I have a request.
Might I ask you to gather some resources? Aw, I wanted a battle quest. I wanted a reason to be able to go out and do battle, because I'm a little falling behind this time, and I'm very worried about the next map. Nope. Oh, hey, both of you are in here.
I thought there was a chance that Cornelia had captured Lady Rhea, but it seems that is not the case. Our next foe, Lord Arundel, was once a pious adherent to the Seros Creed. His contributions to the church stopped quite abruptly some time ago. I think it is likely the man knows something.
You don't say. Simply marvelous.
You plan to aid Claude, do you not? Huh. I think that is absolutely marvelous. Being opposing forces at the Battle of Gronder was ill-fated.
He attacked me! I refuse to fall to all of these people's... What's the word that I'm looking for? Weak wills! Claude has charmed them all by smiling at them through a fucking letter! He came at me. He came at me!
It hurt to side against him. I am happy that things have taken a brighter turn now.
Okay.
I thought that our next...
Well, Seth, continue to teach me how to sword. No, wait, you teach me how to... authority. That doesn't have as nice a ring to it. And handjob.
Cornelia Arnhem. That's a familiar name, yes. She once studied in the Empire. My understanding is, shortly after I left the Empire, she did as well. Unlike myself, Cornelia traveled to the kingdom. Apparently, she halted a plague and was rewarded with a quite powerful appointment. That such an outstanding researcher should fall to such depravity. Sickening, Professor. And quite sad.
I don't know. I'm not wholly convinced she wasn't part of what started said plague in the first place. That type of work is very rarely on the level. Manuela claimed to be Jagan-like at the beginning by calling herself available, but having to be around level 15 to recruit her makes that a total lie. Yeah. She's not a Jagan, she's just mediocre. That is also fair. It'd be fair for the faculty to be mediocre rather than potentially fantastic as the students are. That would follow with regular Fire Emblem tradition. But mediocre can still fill a slot and serve their function suitably. I think I saw you had a paralogue you could do. I know there's a paralogue mystery, man, but I was hoping that there would be 2 things I could go out for a battle. If I'm gonna waste a week on battle, like I have 3 slots, I'd like to use it on more than just one thing.
Hello there.
Could be. So House Regan has regained its influence in the Alliance and is gathering forces. Claude always was somewhat inscrutable. It's strange somehow to hear talk of his brilliance as the leader of the Alliance.
I say, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. How are the goals doing? Everybody's maxed out? Okay, so I don't need to waste a bunch of time on foods and stuff. Teach me a little bit about flying. Just the smidgenest bit about flying. I'd like to have some leg up in all fields. That way, if I ever have to teach anybody anything, I can at least give them a bit of a boost in the early game. Wait, why can I talk to Ingrid again? Oh, you.
Using the Great Bridge of Myrden as a base, we'll spread out and cover as much ground as possible in our search for her grace. Judging by the information we've gathered, the most suspicious location is definitely the Imperial capital, the Hrim territory, whose leader is a mere puppet, and the Eyre territory, whose leader was deposed and disappeared. The Empire has a lot of places with suspicious happenings. It's certainly worth investigating, but it won't do to take too much time in relieving the Alliance army. Please, hurry.
I would rather go looking out for Rhea too, because as we have now freaking learned, she's a dragon. It would be nice to have a dragon on our side. We have the physicality of a dragon, but that mental strain can be terrible if attacked. Fair. The only function I found for Manuela was healing, which is why I've been trying to class her into Holy Knight, but I couldn't before the end of the game. Feels bad, man. Really? I'm about to do it right now. She's got a 50-60% chance of passing. She has a pretty good faith spell list, to be fair. She's not really struggling on my end. Her stats aren't fantastic, but she can sling a few sacred spells. Hey, Felix. My mission.
My uncle gave me some of my father's belongings. Weapons, books, but there was something else that my old man really wanted to pass down. He wanted me to inherit his mission, ensuring that Dimitri ascends the throne.
Oh, look at him. He's a little feeling bad about it.
Or so I believe.
You could still teach me to fisties, couldn't you? Teach me to fisties. So what did I need for Papa Gilly this time? You need white trout and 2 poultries. What do I have? I have the white trout. And I have 1 poultry. Alright, maybe I can just go buy that. But I'll do it when I get to it. By which I mean, nah, I'll swing by the greenhouse first. To be fair, you have an A+ professor rank, and depending on people's playstyles, if they have a lower professor rank, then they don't have the same adjutant access that you do. That's fair. Maybe I feel this game in particular, people are susceptible to being RNG blessed or screwed. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I mean, it's just any Fire Emblem has that chance. No one Fire Emblem is more likely to have it happen than another. It's always just up to how the RNG happens to treat you. That's how it has always been. Everybody's play experience comes out a little differently. You should see Shawnee's Byleth. He showed me what his professor looks like at Games Night last week. Bitch somehow has like 40 strength and he's at a lower level than I am. I'm like, what? How'd you do that? Onion, mixed herb seeds, cabbage. Okay, all good. Plant. Man, I don't even have any of the rare seeds anymore. Where did it all go? Yeah, Arthur was the guy from Fates who used axes and had terrible luck, and he spouted justice all the time. I kind of just benched him immediately since I heard he was very luck-based. And that's not what I want in a blind Iron Man run of one of the hardest Fire Emblems of all time.
Maybe. Okay.
He's still better than Odin and Mozu. You shush your face about Mozu. Mozu was fantastic, and I will hear nothing against her. Shh. Zip it.
Professor.
We'll do. I think this week has something on the fish. Yeah, lots of large fish. We'll get rid of a bit more of our bait here. No, I didn't want to leave. You do not mess with Odin. Yeah, Odin kind of sucked. From what I saw, he got himself killed. Fed his soul to Mozu. No, I don't want to hear that it was my mistake. No, it was fated to be. Fates fated Odin soul to be fed to Mozu. That's what happened. There's like 50 people in that game and about 6 of them have actual personalities. That sounds about right to me, yep. I did not care for either of the popular 3DS titles. Let's go with that. Now, you point me at Valentia, and I could probably name just about every single recruit you could get in that game. And a majority of the villains, too. A bit of flesh really does something for a character. Yeah, Effie was a good unit, but her personality pretty much came down to I'm hungry and protect Elise. That's it. She was one of my favorite units, but there's just not a lot there. Niles actually had a bit of a personality to him. I remember that much. But then he got himself killed. Or not killed, he got himself replaced. Then he got himself killed. Yeah! Shura was sick. Who was Shura again? Oh yeah, Shura. Shura's the one that replaced him. See, I completely forgot that he existed. Aren't you sad you had no face touching? No, I'm not. I went to the room thing and got the close-up picture of somebody like once, and then it creeped me out, so I just never went back. Even the little bit that made it to the English translation was too much for me. That stuff wasn't very good, and it shouldn't have been in Fire Emblem. The only characters that I liked from Fates were Hinoka and Sakura. Hinoka seemed like pretty actually impressive. I did like her as a general, like as an enemy unit. She seemed like somebody to be legitimately fearful of. I don't think she had much of a personality though, and from what I hear, she was inserted very late in the story too. I'm seriously impressed that I was able to be mad at both the Japanese teams for putting it in and then the localization teams for taking it out. Everything went wrong with that game. Alright, well, that's some fishing for big fish. Let's move on. How's it going, Invisible Gatekeeper?
Professor, nothing to report. Deirdre is known as the aquatic capital. It's a beautiful town with streets that seem to float on the water and an impressive harbor. In times of peace, it would be a wonderful place for a holiday. Anyway, best of luck in the next battle.
I'm gonna stab you, Gatekeeper. I'm gonna pin you to the wall. Just as soon as Shamir teaches me how to wield a lance better, you're going up there as my next adornment. Be ready for that. He makes me mad with his reports. It's like, man, this place is gorgeous and it's wonderful and it's like Venice. How wonderful it'll be to be there. Oh, right, you're going to fight a war. Bye!
What do you require?
Replenish my battalions, please.
Farewell.
What have you?
Hello there.
I need
Return soon, please.
poultry.
Hey, welcome.
Poultry. There we go. Just buy a bunch of it.
A pleasure come again.
Anything back here? There is something in here. Cool. And since I know that these don't regenerate now, I may as well buy everything that she's got.
Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks. Is that the one? Thanks. Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
That's still a lot of just free stats. Well, it's not free, but I have so much money that I don't have to be picky with it. Nope, all good.
Tell your friends.
There's a cat on top of that box. There is. Hey, kitty. How's it going? Gatekeeper can go invisible. Gatekeeper, take this knife and go to N-Bar. You'll be a hero. You know, I'm thinking that I should actually do some armory work now because I'm starting to run out of the weapons that my units have been using for some time. But before I do that, we have so many supports to do. Dimitri and Dedoo! King Diddy-Doo!
Your Highness, you still have scars on your back. It does you no good to languish in pain. I will procure some medicine.
No, it is fine. Though they are still deep, these are from 9 years ago. They do not hurt any longer. And besides, it would be a shame if the scars I got from protecting you were to fade. I bear these scars proudly. It makes me think that it was worthwhile that someone like me survived.
No.
To hear you say such things.
Dedoo, you say that I saved you. But do you know that you also saved me that day? If I had been unable to save anyone, I would have been the sole survivor. I would have had no reason to keep living. But I saved someone. Saved you. That and that alone has always been my crutch.
When I stood before those soldiers and their swords that day, I was prepared to die. But then, you suddenly appeared, and you shielded me. I knew then that a savior's hand could reach into even the deepest darkness. I still have not been able to repay that debt.
Have you not heard a word I've said? You have saved me in countless ways. 5 years ago, I did nothing but await my execution within my jail cell. Was it not you that saved me?
Just, bro, take the compliment.
That was nothing more than my duty as your vassal.
Listen, Dedoo, perhaps you consider me to be someone special, but I think the same of you. You are irreplaceable, cherished. So stop saying that we cannot be friends. Stop saying such awful things.
Please, do not look at me that way.
It's really weird with only your one eye.
You promised me you would build a kingdom that is proud to boast of Duscar blood. In this kingdom, where there is no distinction between the people of Duscar and the people of Fodlan, will I finally, without reservation, be able to call you my friend? Will I, Dimitri?
Don't blush, it's making it weird. The bromance is getting a little bit too close to actual romance.
Dedoo. Yes, you will call me your friend again and again, no matter how many hardships I must endure.
I will do all I can to bring about that world as well. To be your friend is what I have always wanted.
Is that so? I am glad to hear it.
That's actually a really sweet support.
We must allow no harm to befall you. So please call upon me when you walk alone at night. And even when you go out in the day, please tell me where you are going and whom you are meeting.
In the end, I suppose there is no fixing your overprotectiveness, is there? I suppose I can live with that.
That is so ridiculously close and tender and touching and such a crazy bromance. It actually borders on actual like platonic romantic feelings. It's about as it's towing the line right there. And that has had a whole lot of story support over time. That was good. Shame I can't pay much attention due to wanting to avoid spoilers. Thanks for chilling. Anyways, side effect. I know it must be hard. Support rank A. Alright, I'm gonna go get myself my tea before we start the next one. Ginger tea. It's ginger tea. Okay, Felix. Dimitri Felix.
I have a question for you. Answer quickly before my hand slips and I cut you in half.
This has been a heated relationship from early in the game.
Always so ominous. Well, what is it, Felix?
Sometimes you have an animal's face, contorted with anger and bloodlust. At other times, a man's with a friendly smile. Which is your true face?
Do not waste your breath on questions with such obvious answers. They are both the real me.
Good. I'm glad you haven't totally discarded what was such a painful but real side of your character.
My father, my friends, Glenn, they all meant a great deal to me, and they were all brutally slaughtered. I alone survived. If I do not shoulder the anguish and regret they must have felt, who will?
So that's how you justify your atrocities.
What do you mean?
I will fulfill my duty to the late king. My old man used to say that over and over like a mantra. How nauseating. No one seems to understand. The dead won't acknowledge your loyalty. They don't care. What a load of bunk it is, pretending to serve a corpse. You're serving your own ego.
You are wrong.
No, I'm not. The dead are dead. The living are living. You have to respect that boundary. If you keep stringing gravestones around your neck, you'll snap.
Such good one-liners!
Even still, I cannot forget them, nor can I let them go.
Then keep those thoughts to yourself. If you're too weak to do that, abandon your throne. Become a gravekeeper.
Felix.
I'm not immune to emotion, you know. Far from it. I haven't gone a day without questioning why my father and brother had to die, while I survived. I'll bear this pain until the day I die, but I refuse to wallow in it. I have more important things to do than blubber for my whole life.
You know, Felix, you really are growing more and more like your brother. Always so sarcastic and constantly looking for a fight. But deep inside, more than anyone, you...
What are you getting at?
Oh, it's nothing. But allow me to thank you. Your perspective has opened my eyes.
Not my intention. I couldn't stand the pathetic look on your face, that's all.
I see. If you say so, then we will leave it at that.
Yo, I like that. Oh, that was good. Felix doesn't become his friend, doesn't become his buddy. It's just... still contentious as hell, but it's still an evolving relationship. It doesn't have to turn into just everybody's super best friends. But you still learn something about him. Felix is just Felix. Felix has a really, really good voice acting job in this game. I don't know how best to say it, but like the voice actor in the Hello Spinning Cat, the voice actor in this game who for Felix did a really, really good job, because that type of like removed but still able to deliver on an emotional line, like that's a tough line to hit. And they did it. The guy has done it within that support right there. Felix and Dorothea. Hey, I got A rank.
You, get over here.
Get over here? How about I tell you to get out of here?
You're always following me around. At least make yourself useful. Let's spar.
What? Are you serious?
I don't joke. Draw your weapon, unless you intend to fight without one.
If you want to train, then do it on your own.
If you don't attack first, I will.
That's assault.
Okay. If you want me to knock some sense into you, who am I to say no?
Kick his ass. You have no right to, but kick his ass.
For someone whose only aspiration is marriage, you're pretty strong.
Is this your attempt at flattery? Oh, it is, isn't
Dorothea 2, A+ voice acting. That had some sting to it.
When I was in the opera, I always trained for self-defense. Couldn't really get by without it. Nowadays, if you can't use a sword, then you're just in the way.
Perhaps I had you all wrong. I thought you were just a frivolous girl who cared only for men of status. On the contrary, you seem well aware of the realities of the world. I respect that.
Yeah, all right. I'm beat. I'm going to go sit down and relax with a cup of tea. You'll join me, naturally.
I will?
Yes, you will, because she stated you will, and now it's a fact.
We just trained together. Are you really going to turn me down?
Just this once.
Good. Let's go for tea. While we're at it, shall you treat me to a meal?
Don't get carried away.
No, you're no fun.
She's whipping him. Oh, she's whipping him good. Well done, Dorothea. Like, Felix refused to be bowed by Dimitri at all. He supports him and doesn't want to show it, but Dorothea's got him just, like, licking her hand. Ooh! Marianne and Hanneman, why not? Because that's a thing.
I should head back.
Finished with your training, Miss Marianne?
Oh, Professor Hanneman. Yes, I've just finished training for the day.
You have merely completed the exercises assigned to you, yes? Nothing more? Or am I wrong?
Yes. I'm sorry. I should have done more.
No, please. You've done as you were asked. Quite solid work, child. I simply wish to ask a question. You possess a crest, do you not?
Oh, she doesn't want to talk about that.
When you entered the Officers' Academy, your father submitted a request to the monastery, as well as a significant donation. Your father asked that your crest not be confirmed, under any circumstances. At first, I thought he did not want the world to know that his daughter bore no crest. In your father's position as a newly minted noble, it would be most advantageous for his daughter to possess a crest, you see. However, I am now certain I was wrong. I believe you do, in fact, possess a crest of some sort.
How did you find out?
I have been called the Father of Crestology, which is a bit of an ostentatious title, I admit. However, a brief period of observation allows me to hazard a usually accurate guess as to whether a body houses a crest or not. With the knowledge of your father's actions and my own observations, I come to you with a warning. As a crest bearer, you are guaranteed to have certain talents. It is prudent to study your crest diligently to ensure your safe mastery of these talents, whatever they may prove to be.
No, I have no talents.
Oh yes, you do. No matter how hard you may try to hide it, my sight is keener than that. And what I see, others will eventually notice as well.
This guy, interesting.
Those who hold power must wield it in the service of their fellow man, Miss Marianne. I believe that is true, whether you are peasant or noble. And doubly true, I would say, for those with crests. Or do you think I'm wrong? On principle alone, it is a waste to allow a rare talent to remain dormant. I would like very much to advise you to aid your understanding of your crest. Will you accept my offer?
No, I refuse.
That is regrettable. A veritable tragedy, Miss Marianne.
Damn, that was way more interesting than just a simple, like, professor-student thing. And it was even more interesting than just, like, you have a crest and I want to study it. It's like, I'm here to warn you. You should probably make sure that you take care of that thing. Ooh. I want to see where that one goes. Every support that I start, I want to see where it goes. Alright, I need to check on the chat here before some of it scrolls away too far. People are talking about remakes. I would love some more remakes, especially, again, if they do it in the way that Shadows of Valentia did. I like Three Houses a lot. I like its presentation. I still like Shadows of Valentia better. Shadows of Valentia is an S+. exercise in presentation. The animations and the music and the voices are all so spectacular. The voice acting in this game is good. It's solid. It is not Valentia good. I feel like FE4 doesn't feel too dated or annoying to play, whereas FE3 does a little, but not nearly as bad as 1 and 2. Talking about an FE4 remake. Remakes for works for tactical games like Fire Emblem, because then they wouldn't have to create from scratch. Story characters grow some balances, blah, 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 blah. Will this Dimitri kill Edelgard? I don't know anymore. Marth games may have been remade mostly due to its popularity from Smash. Shadow Dragon was good, but I totally get people being disappointed that they didn't get more of a remake out of a remake. I did not enjoy Shadow Dragon at all. I'm on record many times. I thought Shadow Dragon was a waste of money. Like, more than Awakening and Fates, which I actively disliked for reasons, Shadow Dragon was just dull. I forgot most of it. People believe that Fire Emblem's brought over to us because of Smash, but that it has just as much to do with Advance Wars proving to marketing that tactics games can work in the GBA and the rest of the world. Dorothea is just jealous because she wants to be a mortal savant, while Felix is a mortal savant. That's fair. The voice actor of Felix is Lucian Dodge. He's voiced several times in animes and video games, and he was the voice actor of Leon from Echoes. I didn't hear it. Not to say it's wrong. People can do different voices. Dorothea does have Meteor, while Felix has a R-Res stat. That's true, she could destroy him. I'm slowly catching up to you. You're a lot farther than me in the Blue Lions route, so I won't stay here long, but I just wanted to say I'm glad you started with Dimitri's route. I know there's a lot of Black Eagles fans here, so the bias is strong with Edelgard, but I find Dimitri's character to be psychologically complex and fascinating. Just wanted to know what you think of him and his route so far. Creek for life? I find it difficult to really summarize that without throwing down a ton of spoilers. But Dimitri has made me cry. I love that they started with this intro of, like, he's got a darkness in him, which me and several other people mocked as, like, typical anime edge boy. Then he gets a lot farther than typical anime edge boy would have you believe. And then he keeps getting worse for a while. I really, really love that they put that type of bad guy on your team for a while. I like that it feels so different. It feels so personal, and it's so visceral with Dimitri. Is the reason many people go Black Eagle fans because Edelgard is a lady with an axe and also voiced by Mitsuru? Those are the two reasons that I wanted to pick her. Honestly, I didn't know she was voiced by Mitsuru. I picked it out by sound when I was playing in the very first stream. You can go back and watch my first VOD. It was a legit reason in the pros column for me, like, gambling for my reasons to go Black Eagles. The biggest reason I didn't is because I knew everybody else would take her and I wanted to do something that felt more unique for my first run. And I do like axes. I like them so much I've made half my team use them here. If Hanneman supports help students use their crests, that would be such a neat mechanics incentive. Ooh, yeah, that would be a reason to use him. Like, he gets some mechanic or some support that's like their crests activate more often or something. Give me my Tellius remakes. Tellius remakes would be pretty sweet, yeah. Valentia had Berkut as Ian Sinclair. Oh my lord, he did such an amazing job. He was a good voice talent. Matilda is still one of the highlights of that game for me. And May. Matilda and May. Both, and Alm. Alm, my boy. So good that he's right there in the back. He made it into this one as Gatekeeper. I went BE. I still have Edel over Dimitri, but Dimitri's close. Meanwhile, Claude is fucked right off. Yeah, I still have both of the Tellius games in a box in my parents' garage. I'm glad that I have both of them on hard disk. Or not hard disk, on a disc, on a CD. I enjoy them immensely. Ike is one of my favorite lords of all time because he's not a noble and he just gives no fucks and he ain't got time for noble shit. And I beat Radiant Dawn on hard mode. That was when I had time to replay games. Alright, back to supports. Marianne and Leonie.
Being kicked must have hurt, didn't it, Dorothea? Did they think you won't gallop unless you're in pain? It must be difficult letting those brutes ride you.
No.
Hey, Marianne. What are you up to?
Nothing.
Really? I was sure I heard you talking to someone. By the way, are you free right now?
Is there something you need?
I was about to go buy towels and soap, but the girls saddled me with all these specific requests. They want it all to look cute or to smell a certain way, but all that's just nonsense to me.
Damn right it is. That's why I like you, Leonie.
I've always made my own towels out of old scraps and soap from used cooking oil. I've never given it much thought beyond that.
Oh.
But I've noticed you've got some really nice things. So you have an eye for that stuff, right? Obviously, I give you all the credit, and I'm sure everyone would be really grateful for your help.
No, I don't deserve that kind of praise.
Really? I don't think that's true. Come on, you'll be doing me a big favor.
My adoptive father tells me I shouldn't stray too far from the monastery.
You also hope that he forgets you exist, so...
That's nonsense. You've got to get some fresh air now and again.
I should stay. Besides, I wouldn't be much help. I don't think anyone would like whatever I pick out anyway. It would all go to waste. And I'm sure that having me around would just cause you misfortune, Leonie.
I want to help Marianne.
Are you serious?
I should stay here by myself.
Now, hold on just a second.
Yeah, but I like also Leonie. Not gonna stand for this shit.
You'll cause me misfortune? What kind of backwards talk is that? If you really don't want me around, then at least come out and say it straight. I'm sorry for the unwelcome invitation. Don't worry, I won't make the same mistake again.
Oh, she is pissed. Oh, I want to help Marianne. I really do. Also, somebody in the chat picked out the exact line that I was thinking of. Not the only line that makes me like Matilda, but the exact line. And now I have to share it all with you. Shouldn't take me too long to find it here. That's the one. Hold a moment. Just listen to this delivery. It's from the final map. There's no spoilers because I'm not showing you anything, but just listen to this.
I alone will decide who I choose to worship. But I can promise you one thing. It certainly won't be you.
Oh, and that happened to me too. That right there, where it happens right on the swell of the music. I just got tears in my eyes again. That is such a good line delivery. And her whole character's like that. It's so good. All right. Flane and not Flane, Hanneman and Gilbert.
Why, it's Gilbert. Training on a day off? That man will never change, nor rest, apparently. Is there any need to be so diligent when nobody is watching? Ah, well, at least I can bear witness.
Professor Hanneman, is there something you need?
Ah, you noticed me. No, not at all. I was simply observing. I apologize for disturbing you.
You've done nothing worthy of apology. Although I fail to understand why you would watch my training.
Oh, well, I watch because I find it quite interesting. Your movements are most refined with no unnecessary motions. Elegant is the word, I think. I find it quite satisfying to observe. In fact, I might say I was mesmerized.
Is that so?
Hanneman is very eloquent with his word choices, which fits his character, but it's nice to listen to him talk.
If only you showed a bit more emotion on your face, just to sell the rest of it. You come off a bit tense.
Training is difficult, a strain on the body. Surely it is natural for one to be tense.
Oh, I know well how difficult training can be. But in your case, it's as though you're punishing yourself.
I am sorry. It's simply how I am.
No. what do I know of your training? My criticism was perhaps unnecessary. Still, I do feel you are too hard on yourself. Would it not be easier to live a little more freely? Find something that makes you happy and embrace it wholeheartedly. It would do you a world of good.
I thank you for your advice, Professor Hanneman, but I cannot live as you do. Such a way of life is not permitted to me. Now, if you will pardon me, I will return to my training.
Not permitted? I think the only one not permitting you joy, dear Gilbert, is yourself.
Yup, this could have happened very early on, but we've seen plenty about how Gilbert is flagellating himself. He's had a couple ways out of it via other supports by now, but with fresh supports, yeah, they'd still see the same beginning point. Anyway, go raid a monastery, G-Daddy. Oh, wait. G-Daddy now? Right. Hi, Annette. I was just talking to your dad, G-Daddy, as I like to call him.
Deirdre, huh? I've always wanted to go there. In Fargus, most of the towns are pretty much glorified fortresses. So, to hear about a place called the Aquatic Capital, it just sounds so elegant. When the war's over, I hope I can visit with everyone there.
And apologize for how we killed all their kids? I know it's gonna be great. I was gonna do armory stuff. Fuck, you're right. Annette, teach me about axes, just a little bit. Let me do the food thing first, then I'll loop back. Hey, Shamir, hanging out at the kitchen? Claude, eh?
Claude, eh? He always was sharp among his peers.
I love that she said the same thing I said. High five, Shamir.
Never let himself get caught up in conventions. Oh, he wasn't typical in Fodlan. I'd like to save him if we can.
He's too determined to die.
You may be right.
Alright, I know about these ones already. Why do you have so many cats, cat lady?
A hungry hero is no better than a well-fed soldier. Do you know that saying? No? That's because I just made it up.
Good saying, citizen.
If you're hungry, you're never going to be at full strength. Keep your belly full and stay strong.
Okay, well, cooking time. Who wants to cook? Who do I need supports with? I have almost maxed out everybody. I could do Marianne, I could do Sedith, and that's it. Sedith, are you any good at cooking? Well, you're not awful. Deified fish. Yeah, that's the one that uses the goddess messenger. Max HP and strength +1 for the rest of the month. That's, you know, if I'm choosing not to go and do the extra battle, this would be a good thing to have.
I have a little culinary skill, but keep your expectations modest.
I don't know what better use there could be for the head administrator of the entire church.
Time to yourself, you learn a few things.
Than you know, helping the head of the church cook lunch for all the common soldiers. You know, we're really getting down and dirty with the monks and the monastery people.
I concur.
All right, good. Oh, +1 to HP isn't much. She's the official cat lady of Garrick Mock Monastery. Wherever she goes, an army of feline followers walk beside her. She's never been defeated in combat because nobody would want to hurt those kitties. Hey, one way to never be defeated is to never partake. Yes, this. Okay, so first off, let me see about. Well, here I'll look at. I don't know whether to forge stuff or repair stuff. Sword of Zoltan is fine. Sublime Creator Sword I can't do here. Steel Sword is fine. Iron Bow is fine. Iron Axe, Short Axe. The Short Axe is half dead, so I might be able to repair that up a bit. Short Spear, Iron Gauntlets, Silver Gauntlets, Hand Axe, Killer Axe, and a Hammer. Steel Gauntlets Plus. This one, Steel Gauntlets Plus, is a real good option for repairing, because Felix is getting good use out of those, so let's do this. Smithing Stone, yep, I can do that.
Is this it? There you go.
Iron Gauntlets Plus, that's also on the verge of going down, but I think I could get a few more uses out of it. Silver Gauntlets are fine. Hand Axe, Killer Axe, Hammer, Steel Gauntlets, Killing Edge, Iron Sword, Lance of Ruin, Crusher, Woe Dao. I'm in Forge right now. The Crescent Sickle, the Brave Sword, Levin Sword, Lewin, Iron Bow, good. Steel Axe Plus, I might be able to find some uses for that. Alternatively, I could forge up a regular steel axe and replace it that way. Silver Lance is okay. The spear could use some work. Horse Slayer's fine. Javelin is on Manuela, also okay for now. Levin Sword, Javelin. The Iron Axe Plus on Gilbert is on its way out. But I think I have other Iron Axes I could forge up. Do I not? Yeah, I have an Iron Axe. I have a few of them. Okay, so we can let that one break or sell it, and I'll forge up a new one. Convoy, Iron Axe. Yeah, I could make a steel. I guess, what use does Gilbert have for an Iron Axe? He's not exactly fast with it. So if I made him a steel axe, or better yet, a killer axe, because the killer axe is literally no worse than the steel axe. Like, it's better in every way, and it's got a high crit rate. And Gilbert's only ever going to attack once with it, so that would let him do crazy shit. Do I already have a killer axe hanging out, though?
Come back anytime.
I have one on Dee-Dee-Doo. More often than not, though, I'm having him use the gauntlets for superpower, so... But having the killer axe gives him the option to use his crazy high crit rate if I want to, so maybe instead I will go ahead and forge up a killer.
Hey there.
Also, out of curiosity, what would happen if I tried to forge a steel? Steel and silver. Steel axe plus and silver, which is, again, better in every way. And a bolt axe, but I don't have the arcane crystals for that. What if I try to forge a silver? A silver axe plus, which increases its might and durability. And then a brave axe. I think silver plus is a really good thing to put some money into. If I'm not mistaken, I had a silver bow around here somewhere. Yeah, it's on Shamir, so I'm still stretching it a little bit, but I could turn it into a silver bow plus. You guys are talking about bad Fire Emblem maps, alright? Keep on keeping on. Where's my axes at? Let's grab one of these killer axes for Gilbert. Black Sand Steel, I should have enough for that, yup.
Is this it? There you go.
Cool. And what if I forge a killer axe? Can I plus it? I can, but it takes a lot more of my Black Sand Steel, and it costs a lot of money for... It's a 10% crit chance increase, but it only gives me 5 more durability. That's not worth it to me.
Come back anytime.
Give that one to Papa Gilly. This might take some time, I apologize. I've been avoiding this for a very long time. Or I guess he can keep using the Iron Axe Plus for the time being until it breaks. Swap it out for the new killer. There we go.
Hey there.
Repair. What else is in here that could use some work? The Crusher's fine. Brave Sword. Lewin. The Steel Axe Plus on Leone is completely useless. And she is fast enough to double, so having the extra durability is very good for her. That's, yeah, she's strong, hits hard and fast. I think I'd almost like to keep that. Well, if I give her a silver, she's even more likely to double. So what if I get down to the silver, to the axes again, to the silver stuff? Oh, I just have a silver. I could just give that to Leone. And then when I need to later, I could forge it into the good shit. I have a hand axe with 5. That is primo target to forge into something better. Might of 5 versus a might of 8. Higher hit chance, more durability. I think I like the hand axe plus. Not everybody needs to use the utmost ability in axes. Let's forge this up.
There you go.
And I'm gonna give Leone a silver axe because I have one hanging out in the convoy right now. Oh, I already have a silver axe plus too. Fucking hey, take that. You're one of my star players. You deserve it.
Hey there.
Okay, so would have been shorter to go down. Spear is wounded, but it can take a few more hits. Horse Slayer's fine. The Javelin's okay, but it would be a good option to evolve. Either give it some more might or swap it to a short spear. It reduces the... I mean, it makes you considerably slower. But most of... I don't really have lance-wielding units that need easy-to-use lances. Like, everybody's already got C's, so let's do this one here. Yep. 15 on that Brave Lance. Fine. Iron Bow, Silver Lance, Silver Bow. Iron Sword, Silver, Brave, Killing Edge, Training Sword, Armor Slayer. Turns into an Armor Slayer Plus. Has higher hit. 5 crit on it. I see really no reason not to do this. If I have need of an Armor Slayer, it just makes it better.
Is this it? There you go.
Rapier, which is good on both of those guys. Wodao, Cursed Ashia Sword. I do not have the black steel for that. Oh. Blutgong, I can't use it. Well, I mean, Marianne could. Rusted Sword, I have a bunch of them, but they're just irons. All of these are fine. Iron Lance, Steel Lance, Brave Lance, Killer Lance. This killer, right here. Killer Lance has only got 5 left. Perfect opportunity. Forge it up. Killer Lance, Javelin, Rusted Lance turns into an Iron. I don't care. Iron Axe Plus and Steel Axe Plus. I think I'm past the point of needing Iron Axe Pluses, although it would, it does have lesser weight. Oh, I could also give a Broken Axe to Dimitri. That would let him train up his axe skill without really being able to do anything about it. Because he's not likely to hit anybody. Old Axe, Devil Axe, Mace could turn into a Mace Plus. Nah. An Iron Axe Plus that's on the verge of death. Silver Bow, Iron Bow, Steel Bow, Training Bow, Blessed Bow turns into a Blessed Bow Plus. I don't have the Mithrils for it. Rusted Bow turns into an Iron Bow, Steel Bow, Iron Gauntlet, Steel Gauntlets. Rusted Gauntlets turns into Iron Training, Iron Steel. Turn that into Iron Plus. Killer Knuckles. Woo! What if Dedede ran into battle with some Killer Knuckles on him? Because he's already got a massive crit rate. And Knuckles like to hit often. What if, says I? What if? Aura Knuckles. What are those, magic? That might not be bad for Felix, actually. Alright, I feel like I have to put some money into Killer Knuckles here.
There you go.
Because that's just too perfect not to go with. Like, Felix has a dexterity of 23. Dedue has a dexterity of 17, but he also has a crit plus 20, whereas Felix has a black magic crit plus 20, but not a magic weapon crit plus 20. You're right that Annette would be terrifying. But Annette's already fast enough to double with her straight-up magic skills. She doesn't necessarily need Knuckles. Yeah, if I send in Dedue, here's the thing now. The king is going to become Lord Satan when he has both a Killer Axe and Killer Knuckles on him at all times. He's going to be killing a lot of stuff. Yeah, Rusted is basically the same thing as a Broken, so Dimitri can use that for a while, work on his weapons, on his axe skills. I think that might actually be okay for everything I needed here. Like, for the time being, there's not a ton that I had to do. It's just that I wanted to repair a few of my things. And make sure that a few key people had the weapons that they needed. So this should be good for now.
Professor?
Fisting is for infantry only, yep. If that's the case, then we can't make Dedue a Great Knight. We could, because he can dismount. And then he can use fists. Maybe, I hope it works like that.
Professor, it'll take a little while yet for the capital to be restored to its former glory. But it's not dead yet. Doesn't matter how many times you put the people of Ferdiad down. They'll get right back up again. Just you watch. Before long, things will be back to how they were.
I'm not giving Felix a Levin sword. He does not need it. Felix has a magic skill of 24. Ingrid has a magic skill of 20. Like, Felix already has access to magic. He doesn't need a magic weapon. Besides, he literally has, like, magic plus 2 and black magic crit plus 10. and black tome fair when using black magic. He doesn't need a sword to make use of those things. Felix's reason rank is at A.
Let's see.
Hey guys. With Lord Rodrigue's passing,
Lord Rodrigue Fraldarius has passed on. Margrave Gautier has assumed his position and is now gathering the lords of the Eastern Territories. House Gautier is equal in prestige to House Fraldarius. Sylvain is a Gautier. These lords are reorganizing the Fargus army and eradicating any remaining factions that claim allegiance to the Empire. Of course, His Highness is being kept apprised with regular reports.
Be careful what you say there, Dedue. I'm watching, my eye is on you.
But it falls to me to monitor him and ensure he does not try to take on too much. I would ask you to do the same. If you take your eyes off that man, even for a moment, he is liable to do something rash.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you wholeheartedly. He's giving you the stank eye right now, actually. Teach me heavy armors, Dedue.
It was over 20 years ago. There was an illness raging across Ferdiad. Our people were dying left and right. It was Cornelia who saved the kingdom from that dreadful illness.
Cornelia was a doctor?
No, I hear she was originally an imperial scholar. She was in the kingdom by my father's invitation. People praised Cornelia as a saint for ending the epidemic. But there came a day when she completely changed. Her behavior, mannerisms, likes, dislikes, everything.
She got replaced by one of the shapeshifters, or one of the fake people. That had to be it.
Despite all that, Father still appointed her to a high post. After all, she had saved the kingdom from ruin by that disease. But above all, my stepmother trusted her. That's why what that woman said is... Never mind.
Ooh, the pieces, they're falling into place. I have understanding. Yeah, one of the people that Solon and Cronia were a part of, those who slither in the darkness, I think their title was. Hey, Sylvain. Your house is taking care of things now, eh?
Deirdre, the aquatic capital. I've heard it's a magnificent city, you know? If we're going, I wish it wasn't to wage war. It'd be more fun to visit with a cute girl on my arm.
Forget it.
Oh, come on. Let a guy dream.
Not happening, guy. You were the first one to come on to me, and got eyes for 2 or 3 others, but not you. You can teach me Axe. Make me D. Good.
I'm getting the hang of this.
One of the people... Yeah, never mind. I already read that one. Dun. How's it going, invisible soldiers?
The Alliance leader is too demanding, and the prince is too soft-hearted, don't you think? They spilled much of each other's blood at Gronder. I lost a lot of friends to the Alliance. Sorry, I shouldn't complain. I know this is tactically sound.
Can I promote this knight to somebody of authority on my armor, please? Let's get her helmet off, check out what hair color she's got.
Everyone seems on board with it, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't have any misgivings.
If you travel east from the Alliance and cross Fodlan's throat, you enter the land of Almyra. House Goneril's territory touches the eastern border of the Alliance. They also have Lord Holst, the most valiant warrior in the Alliance, tasked with keeping watch over the Almyrans' movements. He rarely leaves Goneril territory.
Hello.
Pardon me.
Okay, so we got something to be afeared of. Touch in here with whoever's hanging out in the Deer's classroom. Hi, Marianne. I'm glad they don't have to fight.
I'm glad Dimitri and Claude don't have to fight one another.
They already did, I'll have you know, and Claude walked out of there with one of his elbows, like, hanging off by a literal thread. It was disattached, they strung thread to both sides. The healers had to work overtime.
I am the daughter of an Alliance lord, though, so I suppose that goes without saying. Having to fight with your former classmates is just so terribly sad.
You could teach me these things. Alright, those are fine. Yeah, it is. It is. Don't worry, I'll keep you far away from the battlefield. Hello, Leonie.
Guess this doesn't end with liberating the kingdom capital. Deirdre is next. That prince really works his people hard, doesn't he? Or should I be calling him a king now? Whatever the title is, he'll always be Dimitri to me.
Yeah, you're like Ike. You're like Ike. You're like a nicer Ike. Alright, I have a C rank in all of those. I forgot too, there's the tournament to do. Hello, Dorothea. Hello, other Dorothea. You two must have a lot in common. Master Seal, yep, please. Umbral Steel, don't need to buy that. Huh. What did they do to Marianne? What outfit is that? Is that a Myrmidon? No, is that a mercenary? What is that? Umbral Steel. And Umbral Steel. Gremory Dorothea and I guess Dancer Dorothea. It's a female. Oh, they made Marianne a dancer. Aww. Poor girl. Did you do online stuff yet? Doing it right now. Catherine, come on back. Got 5,600. Got some brawl skills. All right, who can I send off now? Let's send out... Manuela. Send you out there with a... I have 2 of these, so send you out with an Iron Gauntlets Plus. Okay, send out. Four-person recon, let's do the thing. Going this way first. Check behind me. No, good. Nobody here, nobody here. Okay, good. I've never seen somebody hide them in the church yet. That's not to say I don't think somebody eventually will. I would bet money that somebody would hide somebody in the church like an asshole. Because everybody else usually does it in this, like, far away space down here, where it's much easier to get at them.
What the?
Right.
Or I guess it's not necessarily easier to get at them, but people, people are used to searching in the south. At least I am. I don't usually go north to the church. There's you.
No.
And you. Oh, God. Where's this last one gonna be? The last one's in the church, isn't they? They hit him in the church. They did exactly what I was just wishing they wouldn't do. No, wait. No, he's up here. He's up here. Got him. Turnip, smithing seeds, bunch of rando stuff. Okay, good, good, good. Let's move along, move along.
We're still searching for Lady Rhea. No news on that, I'm afraid. Lord Arundel, the Emperor's uncle, is the regent of the Empire. If we crush them at Deirdre, maybe we'll capture him and wring some clues out of him.
That's something worth thinking about. Before we go too far, too, I want to do the training grounds. What do you have this time? Advanced Brawling Tournament today! Ooh! I have people for this! Do I ever have people for this? By which I mean... 1. I have 1 people for this. You're not gonna get past that people, though. I just want you to know. And as a War Master, he's actually probably in his element with the plus crit. So, what can I do for you? You already have Brawling Prowess, that's good. Italian Wrath, Authority, Axe Press, all good. Maybe if I give you your HP too, let's, Actually, none of these things are better. I don't think I'll get Armored Blow. Yeah, let's go like that. Ooh, ooh, go, King. Kill them. I can't make up chance on the spot. Nobody dodges me.
Had to be done.
Oh, I love it. The people you had for this were the basis for the for the golems in the last mission. It's true. Fisties tournament. Wow, and I get to attack twice.
A threat eliminated.
They're not even gonna hit me back. No, somebody's gonna get a shot out, eh? How dare you? Will you stop? Get punched already.
Had to be done.
Dedu's hit percentage is pretty scary though. What, 76? No, it's fine. Considering how little damage he takes. Oh no, it's not 100%. Whatever will I do? He kicked him! He kicked him in his stupid face! Hold up. I gotta see that one again. Oh, okay. How do I don't know if I can make it go faster. Alright. We'll wait.
Had to be done.
Here it comes. I didn't realize it saved 30 seconds. I should clear some of these.
I will break you.
Bam!
A threat eliminated.
Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. There we go. I can do it with the right stick.
I will break you.
Poof. Wait, wait.
I will break you.
Poof. Oh, wait. I want to see if I can get the exact moment. It's really hard to capture. It's like one frame. There we go. Boof. Wonderful. Oh, unable to take a capture. I can't save just the one frame. Maybe I'll go dig up for this later. All right, what do you got? You're weak. That's what you got. Restore some HPs. I'm not even gonna watch. I hear my boy doing good.
More proof of my loyalty.
That's how you know you got a good subordinate, when you can go away and trust they will get the job done. I had to plug in my fan. Awesome. You use 3 best lines. I am a man of Dusker. I will prove my loyalty and I will break you. I agree. Those are good lines.
Please?
What do you mean, please? I'm praying for your safety. Please! I'm praying for you! It is, of course, necessary to keep one's quarters nice and tidy. I wish that the battlefield could be tidy as well, but I know that is a hopeless wish. You should be satisfied with clearing out enemy soldiers. A messy battlefield helps one appreciate a clean room, and you can't avoid dirt. Helps one appreciate a clean room. There you go. Yeah. He's into it.
So, listen.
We'll spare no effort. It's almost like it was 5 years ago.
Dimitri is going to Claude's aid. How great is that? It's like we've gone back to how things were 5 years ago. It's so nice.
Oh, it wasn't sorrowful. Nice.
Just imagine if 80 was there too.
I don't think that's gonna come to pass.
I suppose you can't ever really go back to the way things were in the past.
You could teach me reason. I know, it sucks, Dorothea. It sucks.
So, listen.
I heard that Deirdre is under attack. I hope Judith is alright. She may be the hero of Daphne, but facing the might of the Empire? I wish there was something more I could do. But I can only pray and hope.
Yeah, everything Dorothea says just makes you super depressed. Oh god, I'm happy that we got her on this route so we get to hear the lines that happen when she goes against her home country. But she is definitely going to be a highlight of my Black Eagles run when I play her, I'm sure. I've already got the stuff for Gildog, so we should go turn that in.
What do you think?
Right here in the hallway. I was looking at the map trying to think really hard about where he was, and I'm pretty sure he was right there, right below the map. His name is inside the map, and I didn't pick up on it. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, chun. Let's go turn in some renown or see if we have enough renown to turn in. I have 1,300. Hey, I can get a divine pulse from somewhere else. So, what do you think, peoples? What should I go for next? Should I go for lance skills plus, sword skills plus, or bow skills plus? And then faith, reason, or brawling, and then luck, charm, magic, dexterity, or def and resistance. I'm leaning towards defense and resistance, but you guys know how I do. McQueel, you want sword skills and magic and dexterity? I vote Indec. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Indec too. The only people I have that use swords are already really good at them. It's not necessarily if it's possible to aim for def and resistance, it's just what I'm building towards. I got 2 for Indec and 2 for McQueel. That reason would be good. That's 3 for McQueel. I'm voting Indec, so that's 3 and 3. Do I have a tiebreaker? You have a lot of important reason units. 'Tis true, 'tis true. But I also have some brawlers. No, Mystery, you already said defense. You're counting for Indec. You can't take back your vote. McQueel is sword and reason. Indec is bow and brawling. Well, McQueel is sword, reason, and magic. Indec is bow, brawling, and defense. Kethlan. Colonel, get out of here. That one doesn't count. Nobody wants Kethlan right now. Alright, well, if I don't get a tiebreaker soon, I'm just gonna make, my vote count for 2 because I'm the streamer. It's an executive decision, and I can do that, and then I'm gonna start going down Indec. What weapon type is your most popular? Axes, and I've already maxed that one out. Past that, lances probably, but I don't want to go for that one. I'm deciding between McQueel and Indec. And I want that brawling and defense. Sorry, the math didn't work out. I'm going to make my vote count for 3. And then Indec will win. Yeah, because Shamir and Didu. You maxed out a statue in your first run? Yes, I did. Is that unusual? I'm still quite a ways from the end of the game, I think. And Leone! Leone uses bows too, you're right. We're just going for Indec. Bam.
This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
I would pray religiously to Saint Sethlan. May his undefeated reign of the land of sacred stones be uncontested for eons more. And I think when I played Sacred Stones, I avoided Seth because he looked like a Jagan to me. I'm aware now that he's not one of those and you can solo the whole game with him, but he reminded me a lot of Marcus, and Marcus was absolutely a Jagan, so I avoided him.
Hello there.
Supports. Felix is not yet maxed with a net, so we'll toss her in here. Oh, wait. Felix and Dorothea still need to chat, too. Yeah, Felix and Dorothea, get yourselves maxed out. Seth is basically the speedrun. He comes pre-promoted. He's fast.
Not sure I should sing with everyone.
I'll keep my voice down.
One more thing to do. Somebody else, somebody, somewhere can teach me. Who can teach me? Who can support me? I already did the training with Sedith, and that is literally it. Everybody else I have maxed out with. So, oh wait, Marianne. Marianne could teach me. Marianne, where are you? There's not a lot you could teach me, but, you know, it's something. Seth absolutely counts as a Jagan. Being good in the last few chapters is just a nice bonus. Is he actually, though? Like, I was pretty sure that he's good enough to solo the game with, which means he's got good stats and good growths. Because if he was a Jagan, like, being a Jagan comes with the understanding that you will have pathetic growths and you're not going to go anywhere. Instruct manually. Let's go. Okay, what is everybody going to work on? I know what everybody's going to work on because I'm going to instruct you myself. Dimitri, you need to get yourself to B+.
That was helpful coaching. This will be... That worked out well.
Okay, what are you at for your Wyvern Lord? 49%! I can send him at the test now. All of Sacred Stone's units are not trash. By technicality, he's a Jagan, but he does not give even the slightest shits about what Jagans are supposed to be. That's fair. I suppose that's fair. And I'm not gonna max out his axes now, but I will send him at axes for a while.
This will...
Perfect.
All due to your coaching. Thanks. I'm a bit embarrassed.
I'm having a hard time these days remembering young Dimitri having a voice this deep. It seems like it's fitted for this old grizzled man look now. And by old grizzled man, I'm aware he's probably like 21, maybe 23, but it's older. And it's definitely grizzled. He doesn't have a beard or nothing, but he's missing an eye. That's gotta count for some amount of grizzling. DD needs work on his riding skill.
I have deep...
God damn it, you're so close. So that's fine. If I want to make Leone become a bow knight for an extra skill later, you are going to need... What is it that you need to be a bow knight? Bows and riding. Okay, good thing is I think you are naturally gifted at both of those things. But the same Equil gives you even more bonuses to riding. Oh, but that's B+, whereas bows is only B, and that's going to hold you back a bit. All right, we'll throw you at bows.
No problem. Nothing to get excited about.
Okay, so that's good. Yeah, I want Flame to eventually be able to become a holy knight, so you need to learn riding.
I would like to...
Catherine, to become a fortress knight, you need more haxes and heavy armors. I think both of them are at C right now, so that makes sense. But who else? Who else still needs stuff? If Annette was to take a shot at Armory later on, she's already at a 50%, but you need to focus on faith right now. So we'll throw Annette some faith training. My problem with your Leone is how she's all B ranks. She's one of my star units, but she has 5 Bs. She doesn't have an A in anything. Yeah, you're right. I threw her at the Great Knight exam pretty early, and she passed on a whim. So she didn't need to be A rank to get it. Felix has already become a Dark Bishop, so you're fine on that front.
Now for the main attraction!
I want a baby Ingrid. Hey, History Master, thank you for the host. I want a baby Ingrid a little bit. I want to give her her A+. Hey, work on your flying.
Looks like I did it. Ah, no big deal. I appreciate your guidance.
You'll get there. You'll get there. Bernie, Dorothea. I should have thrown her axes. If I want to put her on a wyvern so she can continue flying. And Papa Gildog, he's fine where he's at. Manuela, probably fine where you're at. Handjob has no hopes of becoming anything in the final rung. No hopes whatsoever. I guess I can just throw some more training at Shamir. She's really close to acing out her bows. Oh, right, authority! Authority! How could I forget about these things? Ingrid was supposed to learn authority so that you can use my A-rank flyers. Ah, shit. Shit. All right, well, Shamir's never going to be on a flyer, so I can give her authority work.
That wasn't difficult. Your praise is appreciated.
Good, good. Okay, to the goals. To the goals. Group tasks, I mean. Both of you guys need to learn riding, so that should work fine. Goals. Dimitri's on axes and flying. Cool. DD2 is on riding to point himself towards Great Knight. Felix is on fisties and faith. That should be fine. But what if I just put him on fisties and reason? Yeah. Sylvain's fine. Nobody cares. You're not using a lot of black magic, so what if I just had you focus on faith? Nah, you're fine where you're at. Annette's working on her authority and very close to getting A+ in 2 categories. Ingrid has authority and lances. Bernie's fine. Dorothea's fine. Marianne is fine. Leonie is working on bows and authority. If I want her to become a bow knight, I should make sure that she gets bows and riding. Oh, but not until she gets a B in authority, because then she can use the Dusker Heavy Soldiers. And then she'll be... I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just not going to talk about it because it puts my pants at serious risk of bursting. Bows and authorities fine. Setteth nobody cares. Flame on lances and horses to become the Holy Knight. All you need is riding, actually, so drop the lances, just focus on riding. Handjob's good. Manuela's good. Gildog is good. Catherine's good. Shamir... Why did I want to put her on a Pegasus Knight at some point? Maybe that's what I wanted to do with her. Put some focus on authority. Alright, I wanted to turn her into a Wyvern Rider. I forgot these things. Fuck. Begin training.
I'd like to ask you something.
Times are hard. My favorite food cart that sold the most amazing grilled delights went under. I don't even know what to live for anymore. Why not try making your own? Maybe the cart will open back up with war-ins. Why not look for a similar food cart? I don't think Ingrid's all about the cooking. Similar?
Really?
Wow, that's the first time I've ever failed one of those. She's just like, you think I didn't think about that? I came to a professor looking for real-life advice, not look for another one. You're useless. Thanks, Red Cinder.
It shall be easy with you and I.
This will go well. Here is the result.
All right, good. Ooh.
There must be more I can do.
Perhaps I'll expand the scope of my research.
Handjob also knows Meteor, and what's more, he's at a high enough level where sometimes I can use him.
Looks like I'm getting it.
Ooh, Catherine upgraded in both of her skills. Dex for Dedue means he won't miss a fist. DD2 has so many good skills already, though. Like, I legitimately don't know what to do with all of them. It's not quite as much an overflow as it is with Dimitri and Kublis, but they're all really, really good. Like, Armored Blow is fantastic at all times. Lancebreaker is situationally amazing. Dexterity +4, you're right, that raises his crit chance even higher. He has so much strength, he might not need strength +2. Much like an earlier unit, I think like that was an early game boon. And in the early game, when you only have 10 strength, that's a huge amount proportionately. When I have 35 of it, it's much less. So let's do that. Yeah, so I could go do the Silver Maiden, but it's also suggested level 37. And I'm a little concerned about my units if I go out there to a battle at level 37, because I have 37, 38, 37, 36. Actually, you know what? I'll be fine. Most of my units are 37 and a couple 36s. I will be all right. I'll be all right. I'm not worried about it. We're not going to do any battling this month. I'm just going to plow straight to the end and see what happens. Dex isn't necessarily better than strength. I think you have to judge it based on the individual. Didu has 42 strength, you see. So 2 strength is like less than 5% for him of a boost. Whereas he only has 21, or sorry, that's with Dex +4. He only has like 17 dexterity, so +4 dexterity is an almost 25% boost. It also ensures that he hits things harder, and it will boost his critical rating, which is immensely high already. So instead of being like a 20% crit rating, he might go out there with a 25% crit rating. And then we have killer weapons, which puts him at 50 or 60% crit rating. Does the paralog say what you get as a reward? It does not. No. Arianrod, the fortress city, lies on what was once the border between the kingdom and the empire and is a valuable strategic asset. Dimitri intends to reclaim it. Yeah, I can do that later. There's no rush. Right, certifications. I want to throw Dimitri at Wyvern Lord. He's got a 50% chance of passing this. My dragon has armor now. Fear me.
Good results.
No stat boost, though, because of course not. He's already got way too high a number on those. And then certifications, one more, because I want to try to turn Manuela into one as well. I mean, not a Wyvern Lord, but a... What am I doing? Right, certifications. Not a Wyvern Lord, but into a Holy Knight. She's got a 69% chance. Yes! Damn, she looking fine on that horse, too. Her colors and armor work really well for this class.
Well, I'm glad I passed.
A single defense point, I'll take it. Also, I'm a little bit worried about my online, about my no online run now, because I believe, don't confirm this for me, I'll check again next month in game, but I believe that maybe the Master Seals aren't restocking, which means that you have a grand total of 3 or 4 you can get, so you actually do have to plan which of your units are gonna be that good. Do not confirm. Do not confirm. Yeah, well, if we're not doing that thing, then all we can do is explore and do some more trainings. So we'll go serve the foods, do the gardening, do the cathedral, and then do training for the rest of the time. I thought you got a new stock of mattress seals from each new month. That's what I thought too, but I don't know for sure. This is why I say I'm gonna have to look again next month at what actually happens. Red flower seeds, okay. Cool. All is well. Guys, I didn't see what it said, but I do see somebody beacon off about it. When I say do not confirm, what do you think that means? It means don't confirm it. I don't want to know. I want to observe for myself. So now I'm not going to look back at chat until I'm confident enough messages have passed by that it scrolls off the screen.
Professor?
What was it that I... Yeah, up here too. So that was the one. Is there any supports right now? There is not. So let's just do Felix and Dorothea again. Another wall of text would be great. Thanks, Garland. I wrote a letter to my wife back home, but now I can't bring myself to send it. If you're wavering, it's better not. Would you like me to deliver it for you? And I'm sure hearing from you would make her happy. I'm gonna say this, and I don't even care what he thinks, because I'm already A-ranked with it. Good.
Please? You know. Professor.
Right.
So... Yes, to the kitchen. I'm gonna see about maybe cooking one more meal. I've already got HP and strength up, so maybe if I get something else just as a little boost. Yeah, like some immortality stew would be nice.
Sounds fun. Let me show you my cooking talent. A little more secret spice and...
This is just to be on the safe side. Get a little bit more stat boosts for when we go off to this mission that I'm just a slight amount concerned about. Supports. Okay, who still needs the tasting? Dimitri. Who can Dimitri support with? A lot of people. Annette. Ingrid has already maxed out. Marianne has some. Gilbert is one that I wanted. Catherine is also another one that I wanted. So we'll do Dimitri and Head Chef Challenge. And effects are enhanced for those enjoying their favorite meal. Ooh. Alright, well, what if I throw Dimitri and Annette in then? I don't know what this does. It's just a Head Chef Challenge.
Oh, this takes me back. I used to love this when I was a child.
Ooh, I love this stuff.
Alright, I hope that worked. Wish I could remove comments I post. My dumb mind just thought the thing and spoke it. Literally the moment I said it, I thought, wait, that's a bad. Yeah, you gotta think about what you're posting. Okay, so that's whatever. I don't know exactly what happened there, but we just sort of did that. So who's next? Dee-Dee-Doo. Who can Dee-Dee-Doo support with? Flane and Shamir. So, let's look for one with Dee-Dee-Doo and Shamir in it. There we go. Bam.
I like this.
Great dinner conversation. Who's left? Ingrid, Leonie, and Flayn. Ingrid has Bernadetta, Dorothea, Sedith, and Catherine. Leonie has Marianne. She'll work with Marianne when I go to do the Golden Deer House. And Sedith, I'm going to use him on a later run. So I don't really have to worry about Leonie right now. Flayn has basically whoever I want to put her with. And she's gonna work with the Dew because they're both working on their riding skill a lot. So maybe I'll set her up with Felix for a round. So set her with Felix and set Ingrid with... I do want to see the other half of Bernadetta, yeah. Ingrid and Bernie. Seems as if almost all your Dedu supports are almost done. It's almost like I like him, and I make sure that everybody that likes him too is like super well taken care of. Leonie and Flayn. I'll just go give Leonie some gifts or something. Let's do Sedith and Flayn. Since I'm likely not going to use Flayn again in a future playthrough. Did we ever finish the Flayn Sedith support chain? We're only on C.
Always taste best.
But you know, it's also possible that at another time, when I play this, I could just give Sedith Flayn at all times as a healer support. Or as a healer adjutant. Ingrid and Bernie! Here we go.
Ah, there you are. I just checked your room, but obviously you weren't in there.
Oh, you didn't break the door down again looking for me, did you?
I did! You'll need to replace that.
Of course not. I'm not unreasonable. I just wanted to discuss something with you.
Discuss? Is that really all? Okay.
Firstly, I'd like to apologize for breaking down your door. I'm sorry. It was perhaps a bit rash. There was a period of time, quite a while ago, when I acted much the same as you. I spent many hours locked away in my own room.
You did? Really?
Really? Because I understood where you were coming from, I knew I had to intervene.
Ingrid is such a good person!
At a moment's notice, all you care for could be swept away. At that time, is it better to have wasted your energy hiding away? Or better to have spent it honing your skills so that you can lend a hand?
But even if I did train, what's the point? It's not like it would do much good.
Don't speak so disparagingly of yourself. It doesn't help things. You have plenty of strengths.
No, you think so?
Just look how quickly you sprint back to your room, for example. With more practice, I have a feeling you could outrun most anyone.
Hey.
You're also exceedingly talented in the arts. Surely there's a creative way to apply those talents on the battlefield. Stop wasting your breath and energy on putting yourself down. Just try your best. I'm not giving up on you. You have so much power in you, just waiting to be unleashed.
Such a supportive person.
You really believe all that? That's so nice.
Ingrid is a perfect human being.
All right. For you, Ingrid, I'll do it.
Excellent. Let's be on our way.
Perfect human being.
Hey, wait! What are you doing? I didn't agree to this. Put me down!
Yes.
Do you have to be so bouncy?
That got us here much quicker, don't you think? Let's begin. Let's warm up by sparring.
Oh, it's not done. Yay.
Oh, stop, please. I surrender.
Giving in so soon? There's no such thing as surrender on the battlefield.
Be perfect, Ingrid. Continue to make sure that Bernadetta knows how to stay alive. Ingrid, you knew Bernie's a distance fighter. Yeah, but like a distance fighter still needs to know close counter. You have to know how to dodge the hits. Making sure she takes care of herself. I love this wholesomeness. We need more of this. We need even more piggyback rides, especially more piggyback rides. Agreed on all fronts. Hello, Shadow Josh. The hard classics is going well. It's nice and stressful, and I love it. And 3 people are dead, but it's okay. because I have Dimitri. And Dimitri is impossible to kill. He has three stats over 30 and 1 over 40. Sorry, 4 stats over 30 and 1 over 40. He's terrible. If he wasn't a flyer and he still had the Dusker Heavy Knights, he's actually untouchable. Now I need to do some training. So I guess I could do training, or I could just keep grinding supports. And let's go for the supports. Let's max out as many as we can this time. Supports. Who still needs what? And who can eat at this point? Sylvain can eat and Felix can eat. Who can they work with? Felix and Sylvain actually can do something together. Oh, but they're also going to be on the battlefield together, so that might come up naturally. Felix can work with Annette, who's already eaten. Bernadetta has already eaten. Dorothea has not. Yeah, let's go do that. Try to max that one out. Felix, Felix, Felix. Felix, Felix, Felix. And now I'm out of foods. Alright, then I'll just pick one that one of them likes. That should be fine. Dorothea, Felix hates it. Felix, Dorothea doesn't hate it. Alright, good. Remember that map where Dimitri was napping between 3 giant monsters? I do!
I don't like being hit on during a meal. So it's nice to be with you.
That looks appetizing.
Oh, is my attempts at flattery not working? Shoot. I gotta talk to Sylvain some more. Who else can eat? Sylvain can eat. Supports. Sylvain can work with. Felix is already gone. Bernie and Dorothea have already gone. Marianne! That's the only thing left for him. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor.
I'm sorry. I know I'm boring company.
You're the only person who's ever had something negative to say at mealtime. Oh, no. You're precious. I have to take care of you even more than Bernie. Who can still eat? Leonie, and I think there's like nobody left that Leonie can support with, though. She's got Marianne and Sedith, and both of them have already gone. So we can do Hannah and Manuela together, max them out, because that's always a fun time. Boop, boop. Hey, got 20 viewers tonight. How you guys doing? Welcome to what's normally Variety Tuesdays, but...
Professor, please allow me to apologize for...
But Fire Emblem has taken over my life, and I have no real plans to change that anytime soon. At least not until I'm done with my Blue Lions run. And Gilbert and Catherine, I think the only ones they can support with are themselves, and they've already maxed. So we're all done with that. I can go get a support. I can get a training from somebody. What do I want to train? I've got 1 point. Flying or heavy armor would get me something. Authority's already at A+. I could train in swords some more. Or I could go get some more bow training. I did want to be Lynn. Let's go be Lynn. Shamir, where are you? You're right here. Come here, teach me about bows.
What? Never let him.
Bows. Okay, that's all done. Fire Emblem has variety. You're right, it does. Welcome to Fire Emblem Variety Hour. It's actually more like 6 hours because these chapters are huge. Group tasks are good. There's no reason to think the goals have changed at all. Let's go straight to instructions. Dimitri's already passed, so I no longer need to teach you in flying. Ingrid does need teaching on authority because you need to be able to use an A-ranked battalion. Manuela has passed her riding exam, so she's good as a holy knight. Dee-Dee-Doo needs some work on his riding, though.
No need.
Wonderful. Where are you at on this? Hey, you got a 48% chance now. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, good. Dimitri. You passed. So what if I just push you through something that you actually like for a while? What if I taught you about lances? You also do enjoy swords, and now that you've become your master class, much like Petra, I could just let you do what you want to do. Yo, if Dimitri had access to all 3 breaker skills, that'd be a something. Oh, but I should make sure he has A rank and authority too. Like, having access to the best stuff just opens up possibilities. Nah, he's a lance lord. I gotta make sure he gets some work in lances. Still needs authority work of any kind. Marianne's fine, Dorothea's fine, Bernie's fine, Ingrid's good. Annette is very close to A+ on several fronts. Felix, I think, is the closest one I have to becoming an A rank in brawling. So we'll push him. Petra didn't die because she was holding onto a sword, alright? Swords, I think, also give you the highest amount of evasion. I wonder if there's an S-rank magic. There just might be. That seems like a good thing to push Annette through to find out. But I also know I have to give Annette some faith training because her backup classes are going to be in Holy Knights.
Yes, that's it. I'm starting to get it.
Atta girl. Now, if I wanted to put you there, you have a 70% chance of Grammary and a 50% chance of Holy Knight. You're doing just fine. Sitting pretty. And when you go back to Dark Knight, you'll raise your riding up even more, too. So now let's give you that A+.
I learned a lot. All that work was worth it.
He's in level 5. Wonderful. And then. Good. Still 2 to go. There's an S for reason. There's probably an S for faith as well. Likely, but Flane is going to teach us that about faith. Catherine could become a Fortress Knight. She's got a 42% chance. She needs to train on axes now. Flane could use some riding training, which she hates, but I'm gonna force her to do it. Yeah, let's put Shamir through some mandatory flying training here.
That wasn't difficult.
Yeah, Flane has been doing plenty of healing every map. She's not hurting for faith experience. And now if okay, good. Shamir has a backup class already available. She can become a Pegasus Knight right now. And then I could have a flying archer. Alright, that's all good. Group tasks are fine. Goals are still okay with you two working on that. Begin the training. Skip. Gotta get to the end of the month. I'm not rushed or anything. This is just a lot of repeat sound effects.
Have a look at how we did.
Ooh, perfect. Yes, snipers did have a unique class skill, but I don't know if Hunter's Volley is worth keeping her in one class. Like, Sniper would be a good thing to fall back on if I have a desperate need of that one ability. But I don't think I'm gonna, because A, Bow Knights let her go from even farther away, and also have Kanto available. And flying classes would also have Kanto available. She would lose her extended range, but she can fly. More supports and meal times! And also, I'm just gonna buy her one of these seals really quickly. Do the class changes that can happen right now so that I don't have to think about it again. Okay. Certifications will let you take on Pegasus Knight just in case there's any stat changes that come about from it. Unlikely, but maybe.
That's a nice result.
Nope, okay. Catherine needs an... I'm not using Catherine actively, and she's already an Armor Knight, so she's getting those skills naturally. I don't have to push her into Fortress Knight just yet. Gilbert's fine. Manuela is a Holy Knight. Hanneman is a Warlock. That's all good. I think everybody else is doing pretty okay for themselves right now. DD2 is good. Great Knight is a 48% chance, but he would get defense for that, and I don't want to waste money on a 48% chance. He's got War Master he's working on right now and is fine with it anyways. Dimitri's good, and Kublis is also good. So, let's go do the exploration. Surprising how hype one can get from monotony. Is anybody close to mastering a master class? I don't believe so? I can't check from here, though. Well, I could do this, but that's going through a lot of stuff. Like, that's a lot of hits just to check this. Dedu is off, is far off. Felix is halfway. Sylvain is Master Dancer, if that matters. Annette is close to Warlock, but that's not a master class. Ingrid is halfway for her Pegasus. Bernie's not on a master class. Dorothea isn't either. Leonie is just getting started. Flane is halfway through Gramarye. Gilbert is halfway through Great Knight? Yeah, halfway through Great Knight. Shamir is almost halfway through Bow Knight.
Pardon me.
Why am I running this? It's much faster to just hop down. Harvest, good. So what's the thing right now? Calendar, today is... Land is rich with magic, the plains here thrive, the plants here thrive. So this is a good day to put in some of my best seedlings. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of best seedlings anymore. Okay, good, and we will cultivate with some of the good nah, just cultivate with Caledonian soil. One step down from Pegasus poop. Up here, do this. Put Dorothea with Felix again. Works on my authority a bit. Everybody's gets a little bit closer. There we go. That is this chain maxed out.
So, Felix, is the tea to your liking?
It's ginger. It's very good. Yes. Oh, you had said Felix. I'm sorry.
It is.
Never mind me. I'm just sitting here as a third wheel.
It's nice to relax like this every now and then, isn't it?
It is.
You said some of your equipment is damaged, didn't you?
It is.
He's so uncomfortable.
Are you not in the mood to talk? We could discuss your family or what's happening in high society. Flavors of tea? Your favorite jokes?
None of those. I already told you, I don't joke.
Of course, only cynicism. Oh, I know. We're holding a small opera in the cathedral soon. I'll be singing too. If you're interested in... but of course you aren't.
No, even in an S rank, not an S rank, an A+ rank, it's like... so depressing, Dorothea.
You can sing?
I'm sorry. What did you just say? Can I sing? I was only a diva of the Middle Front Opera Company, that's all.
Right, but can you sing?
Oh, right. I forgot.
You forgot. Am I that uninteresting to you? What must you think of me?
You're insincere and loud, is what I think. But you do make a good sparring partner. And a good tea companion.
Oh.
Anyway, when's the concert?
It's an opera, and you don't have to come.
You just invited me. You can't tell me not to come. That's for me to decide.
Fuck off, I'll come to your opera if I want to, God.
Oh, then you must be there. I'll sing my heart out just for you.
I haven't said I'll go.
I just said I wanted to know when. Oh, stop assuming things.
Are you going to come or not? If you keep teasing me, I might just pretend to cry.
Fine, I'll go.
Fantastic. I look forward to
This is great. She doesn't even like jump straight into it. She's like, I might have to pretend to cry. You wouldn't like that. Ugh, fine. Fantastic. Now I don't have to do anything with those guys anymore. That frees up one support chain for me to feed in other ways. Other ways than literally feeding them, because now I can have them eat with other people. We will never know if he liked her performance. That's not the point. The point is that he's going. Baby steps, man. Baby steps. Felix and Bernadette I can still... Why does Felix have so many A+? Good God, man. He's got 4 of them right here. I guess that means he eats with Bernie now. Actually, let me see. Today's special doesn't mean that I have to consume anything. So, is there anybody Ingrid can still work with? Bernie's maxed out. I could do Catherine, Dorothea, or Sedith. Catherine, there we go. This is one support we don't want to end. People want to know about him. He's a cool, aloof dude.
Eating food always fires me up.
I appreciate any good meal.
Okay. Hey, there we go. Another one maxed out. Ingrid and Catherine.
All right then. Enough sparring for today?
Yes, that should suffice.
I must say, you've gotten good at seeing through my tricks. I can't mislead you so easily anymore.
I've made it my goal to read your aim and not give away anything through my body language.
Hey, there you go.
But in hand-to-hand combat, your form needs work. On the battlefield, even if you lose your weapon, you can't ever stop fighting. Sink your teeth into their throats, kick them where it hurts. Do whatever it takes to survive.
I like Catherine.
Have you ever needed to employ such methods?
Not on the battlefield. I've never been in such a dire situation that I needed to. But at the tavern, loads of times. With a well-aimed boot, I've brought many a man to his knees.
Atta girl.
My point is, you can't hesitate to use dirty tactics. You have to grit your teeth and fight back. War isn't as pretty as it's made out to be in all those poems and songs. Sometimes, even as a knight, you have to do things that you might think are beneath you. You might even have to let innocent bystanders die. Are you prepared for that, Ingrid? Do you really want to be a knight, knowing what it entails?
That's not us.
I'm prepared to do whatever is requested of me, come what may. I will be a knight who loyally serves my king, just as you loyally serve Lady Rhea.
You've got me wrong. I'm loyal to the Archbishop, but only up to a point. I'd do anything in the world for Lady Rhea, except die. If she asked me to die for her, I wouldn't. Does that sound like a contradiction? Very well. That's just who I am.
That actually does sound like it's a little contradictory to what you said with Shamir, but I don't remember that so well.
You're right. It does sound like a contradiction. With all due respect, that isn't very knightly of you. I'm not sure I fully understand.
You will someday. Maybe not for a while, but you will. In the meantime, just don't die, okay?
I'll try my best.
Alright, well that one was good. I liked that. Who else? Felix, I haven't actually had eat with anybody yet, so let's do Felix with... Right, Bernadetta. I can only do the special once. Phooey. Felix and Bernie. Can't order you to die when you're dead. Good thing Lady Ray ain't here anymore.
That looks epic.
Okay, so who else? Goals. Dee-dee-doo. Work with still Shamir and Flane, and that's it. Okay, well, Flane I've got other plans for, so let's get you and Shamir in here. Shamir and Dee-dee-doo.
I like this.
Still stunning conversationalists, the pair of you. Goals. Okay, Annette can eat with Dimitri. Actually, that one works. Although they're going to be working together on the field a lot, so if there's any other ones, I'll go with those first. Annette and Hanneman, and Annette and Felix. Felix has already eaten. Annette and Hanneman should be okay. Oh, right there. Annette and Hanneman. Good. Click, 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 click. Then we got Dimitri, Flane, and Leone. Leone is fine. Flane actually has a lot left with Dimitri, so let's get those in one go. Dimitri and Flame. They're just so enthralled with the food, they have no time to speak. They're truly experts of the craft to let the dish do the talking for them. I can get behind that. Where is Leone at? I have to go give her various things. I don't like the Dimitri Flame combo. Well, I'll be the judge of that for myself. Oh, mercy! Oh, Lord, I haven't seen you in ages, girl. You're looking fantastic. Is this her outfit when she grows up? Oh, she's such a properly priest. Hi. Makes me scared for Fishy. Don't worry, I'm sure Dimitri won't spear her until they've had some time to talk it out. Sylvain on a wyvern rider, he's rocking that armor well. I miss you, Mercy. You have an iron bow. You have an umbral steel. You have an umbral steel. You have an advanced seal. That might be cheaper than buying one from the store. Okay. Wasn't she already an adult, though? I'm pretty sure the people, when they come to school, are, like, between 14 and 18. Maybe one of them is 21.
Guess this doesn't end with liberating the kingdom capital. That prince, whatever the time.
Gifts. You liked the fishing float.
Wow.
You also like training weight, right?
Wow.
Yeah, good. That's that wrapped up. Now I can just do training for myself. Who do I still have to support with? Seteth, and that is it. Mercy was 23? Really? I don't believe that. I do not believe that Mercy was 23. Somebody confirm that for me. I'm not gonna go look it up in the middle of the stream. But I'm pretty sure she wasn't 23.
I thought our next country.
Seteth, teach me to sword! I've already got all the authority that I need with A+ right now. Oh no, but I did want to see if I could get to S rank. I'll do that naturally. I get lots of authority for everything I do. Teach me to sword!
They plant being a pup. It hurts.
He's 22. What? What? Shit, what? But and that was like in 17 or something. How could they be friends if they're that far apart from each other in age? I guess it's the old times. It's not quite so weird as I'm making it out to be. I could use some flying training, some heavy armor training, or just more swords. Her birthday's early in part 1, so she's 23 for most of it. Wow, I did not did not realize that.
This experience is critical.
Hey, so that's an E+. Sword, 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 sword.
With the capital, he would. I must go. I shall tell you.
Advanced drills. You can teach me a bit in the armor arts. And Manuela's up here too, right? Oh, wait, no, no, no. Hanneman, teach me bows. Bows. Must be Lin. Must be Lin. Bows. Good. As I was recalling that while only seeing it once when Ryan started streaming this game. Yeah. Instruct manually. Let's do it. Somebody is asking in the Discord call, Discord chat. Yes, the reason that I hang out in general is that I like to invite people to come in and chat with me. I have some ground rules about it, but for the most part, I like to be open and just allow people to talk. Like, come hang out, chat about some game stuff, treat it like a gaming session on the couch. That's also why I have a voice thing up there under my icons, so that people can see who's talking. Don't make me take it away from you by abusing it. That's one of the ground rules. My Mercy's 28, my Golden Deer file, post time skip. I believe you now. It's just I didn't believe you at first. It seemed really weird to me. Instruct. Let's go. Ingrid still needs some more authority work here. We're gonna push you through to A.
Looks like I did it.
Well, you're not actually gonna get to A. But you're much closer. Dee-dee-doo, get you on riding.
No.
I have not joined the chat during the game because I've been wanting to hear the game's audio, which wouldn't happen in the VC. That's fair. I mean, I've generally trained myself to be able to put up with my own echo, so if I'm ever in a call with somebody, I like to put on the audio anyways, but I know that drives a lot of people insane.
I'm getting it.
Good, you're on a D rank now, so that means you're... Well, what would it take to get you into the good Falcon class? Whew, B+, that's a big hop. Oh, but you could become a Wyvern, right. Yeah, and that only takes a C. You're at D+. Alright, if I swap you over to some axe training now.
Technique never betrays.
Okay, so you're fine, Leonie. Let's get you on your bow skills. Since I have you mostly using melee weapons right
No
now.
problem. I've learned.
And then this.
I'm getting it.
There you go, B.
Let's see it in action.
Now you can use the Dusker Heavy Soldiers, and that's another B on your report card. E, 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 B, 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 B. Very consistent reports, Leone. You either hate everything, or you're pretty alright in a lot of stuff. So with Annette at that skill rank now, she's got a 70% chance of Gremory, yeah. I think I already identified that once. Flame needs riding training, right.
I have done it.
Leonie's report card. E. It's a very weird report card to read out. B is better than pretty alright. It's like, you got this. That's fair. That's fair. Catherine. You're doing okay where you're at. Let's keep training Dimitri in some various things. Lances, right. I want to make him good at lances. I have a lot of people that are capable of using lances, but very few that are actually good at it. And now that he's passed his Wyvern Lord exam, I can let him use them more often. I guess I do have Ingrid. Ingrid is amazing at lances. She's my A+ right now. Of who I've got left... Yeah, let's just throw Felix at some more Fisties training. Actually, he's getting Fisties pretty often. I'll throw him at Faith training. Maybe he'll get another spell there. Good. All of that is done, and now we can begin the training. Did Annette get a new white magic from her B rank? I did not look. I should do that. I think she just got... Didn't she just get B+? Like, the pluses always give,
Here is the result.
The prowess skill. Got B, alright. Annette has 4 skills. I don't think so. She has Heal, Nosferatu, and Recover. Maybe she... No, because Recover would have been a B skill. I don't think so, no. Certifications. Felix could become a lot of stuff, but he's fine where he's at. Sylvain, don't care. Gilbert could become a few things. He's also okay. Flane is okay too. Sedith, Leone, still working on her Bow Knight. 51%. Yeah, I think everybody's still okay right now. We don't have to force anybody here. You want to train me in faith? You want to put more faith into these idiots? Felix, probably to himself. Yeah, sounds right. No certifications needed, so let's just go do one more exploration. Farm up some more supports. This is also a day on the calendar where we have Sweet Tooth Week. Oh, was there a fishing thing last week and I didn't do it? No, there was not. Okay. Phew. Hop up to the cathedral. We'll do a quick counselor chat. In an attempt to clean my room, I tried to throw out the things I no longer need, but I can't bring myself to do it. After all, I can't just throw away precious memories, right? Seal your past in your current room, find a new one. Memories reside in the heart, not in objects, and meeting new people will help create new memories. She's about faith, but she also likes meeting new people. I'm gonna go with this. No, she doesn't like looking in her heart. Fuck. Okay, so who can use this now? Annette needs some faith training. Could work with Dimitri, could work with Felix, could work with handjob. Let's push her up on handjob. Let's give Annette a handjob. That one went too far. I feel dirty.
Singing is so much fun.
The utter discord. I cannot stand it.
That one's done. Hey, there we go. Animan and Net get their B+.
There's a lot of dust there. It looks like nobody's cleaned it in ages. No, I just can't leave it. It must be cleaned.
She's all game for it.
Oh, can't quite reach. Just a little further. If only I was taller.
Miss Annette, if you carry on like that, I dare say the bookshelf shall give out in a few moments' time.
Professor Hanneman!
Collapse? No.
Thank you so much. There is just so much dust up there.
I understand. I had noticed it myself, actually, and was just on my way to get a cloth for it. How about you leave this part to me?
Okay, thank you.
No need to thank me. I must admit, I'm rather impressed by your keen dust spot.
Is this whole support chain just gonna be them talking about dusting? Because I'm simultaneously disappointed and impressed if they want to go for that.
I just couldn't rest easy thinking that we hadn't finished cleaning in here.
I'm quite the same. How anyone can abide dust, even hidden dust. Well, I can't grasp the idea.
You and I are like two peas in a pod. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a bit rude of me.
We do seem to be similar in a number of ways, yes? So I have a spot of advice for you, if you don't mind.
Yes?
Next time you identify a dusty patch in an inaccessible location, please send for me.
That's very kind, but I wouldn't want to bother someone as busy as you.
Nonsense. I'm keen to avoid a repeat performance of the tragedy of Miss Annette and the books.
Oh gosh, I'm so
He announces
sorry
it
about
well.
that. Right. Next time, I'll definitely call for you.
Indeed. I would never forgive myself if you managed to pull a whole bookcase over on yourself.
I promise that won't happen. Most likely.
She's so cheerful about it. I probably won't die, Professor. Don't worry. Much. Okay, off to the dining hall. I missed best hype man Alois. We'll get to him next time. I just didn't recruit him because I did not care. Okay. Who needs the goals first? Dimitri and Flane still need to work together since he's on a flyer and he's not often communicating with her. And then Didu and Shamir again. Since same deal, frontline fighter versus very far away. Ooh, but this is different. These people get something special from it. Dang it, she just has to be maxed out with Sylvain, doesn't she? Well, Sylvain can eat with somebody for this, so what can he do? Felix, Bernie, Dorothea, Marianne. Felix, Bernie, Dorothea, Marianne. None of those people are on here. Well, these top ones give some good stuff. So Dimitri and Flane, here we go. Wayne magic can only get the surface level dust, not the dust that would actually be stuck. That's true.
Oh, This takes me back.
This is nearly as delicious.
Okay, goals. Shamir and Didu, please. I hadn't noticed Eloise wasn't here until you mentioned. Yep.
Let us eat.
He said something different. He's getting invested in the food. Dimitri and Flame, be careful with little Miss Fishy now.
Why are you out and about so late, Dimitri?
The Tragedy of Miss Annette and the Books recently came out as the best-selling novel of the month. Professor Hanneman has been given a reward for his efforts in creating such a plot-driven and detail-intensive masterpiece. More details on the literary phenomenon back at the Third Moon.
Hello, Flame. I could ask you the same
Sorry,
thing.
I was just listening to this radio advertisement about a new novel. Sounds amazing.
Me? I was feeling restless and came here to think.
I see. I'm here for the same reason.
How funny. But are you feeling well? You look fairly pale.
It's nothing. I just have a bit of a headache.
Oh my. Headaches are quite troublesome, are they not? I am sure it will subside soon. Actually, I am quite talented when it comes to healing magic. If you will allow me, I will have you feeling better in no time.
That's kind of you, but I'm fine.
But why not? Have I offended you somehow?
I don't like the way you tilt your head and smile at me all calming. It makes me think that you aren't human.
This headache is something I've dealt with for a while now. Ever since my family and friends were murdered before my eyes. I must never forget that day. I must never allow their deaths to be forgotten. I feel this headache as a reminder of sorts. Of those I failed to protect. And of their murderers who still roam free.
I see. That would explain your somber demeanor. Still, I do not agree with all you are saying. I feel that if I were your father or any of your dear friends...
What's going on? Oh my god!
Shit! Who gave that damn order?
At this rate, I don't think there's any stopping them.
Yes, I'm on chapter 19. If you want to get out of here, now's your chance while I run the countermeasures. How's it going, Tim? How was your time?
Bang, bang.
I see those Xenoblade emotes, and I appreciate them. Here comes the counters! Yes, I am playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm on Blue Lions. I'm on chapter 19. The game's been out almost a month. If this is your thing, if you want to see a different route, please stick around because I'm doing silly things with supports right now. If you're not into that, thank you for coming. Send me a follow for when I do other games. I'd appreciate that, and have a good evening. Let me drop some waves for all the people, though. Xenoblade waves. Hello, welcome back from the raid. Currently in the middle of a support with Flame in which she's trying to fix a headache and also asking what is and isn't a fish. A wyvern is not a fish and a radio is not a fish, Flame.
I would want you to let go of me eventually.
This is actually right in the middle of a very heartfelt support about Dimitri's past. So good timing. Appreciate it.
I would never want someone whom I care deeply for to be pained by the loss of me for eternity. And I doubt they would want that either.
Perhaps. Unfortunately, they have left this world, so I can no longer ask their preference.
We cannot ask them directly, but we can imagine how they might have felt. You know who they were as people. As for me, if I am ever to be but a memory in your future, I want you to remember me in a way that brings you joy.
By the way, is Shamir a fish? No, Flane, Shamir is not a fish. Please stop asking me this question.
I would want you to smile when you recalled me, to feel warmed by the notion that I cherished your company. I cannot imagine I am the only one who feels this way. Surely, anyone who loved another would wish only for their peace and happiness. I must apologize. I was out of line.
You had better leave, or I might be spearing a fish sometime soon.
I must get some rest now. Please do not stay up too late yourself.
Good night, Flane. And thank you.
But is a fish-shaped taco shaped like a fish? Flane, please. I don't have mental fortitude to deal with your questions right now. Okay, here's gonna be another fantastic support because it's between two of the most no-nonsense and quiet people in the whole game. Dee-dee-doo and Shamir.
Is this your dagger, Shamir?
I thought I lost it in battle. Thank you. I wonder if this dagger will ever fulfill its purpose.
Unexpectedly sentimental. I did not think you would be the type to let personal feelings affect you in battle.
I try to think of it as just work, but I'm still human. Was there anything else?
I was hoping we could chat.
That's not like you to do.
That's not like you.
I think just like her.
Our only common ground is brevity. Now you want to chat? What's gotten into you?
Despite our superficial similarities, we are actually completely different. So, I am interested in learning more about
That's
you.
true. For those new to the chat, Dedue is our king. I don't care if Dimitri's named the prince, Dedue is king.
The feeling is mutual. Being born in Dusker, you're an outsider here in Fodlan. I've devoted myself to Fodlan, but really, I'm an outsider too. So there are some things that connect us.
You are diligent, as am I.
Even so, I am not like you and never could be.
I could never be like you either.
That's just how people are. Even people with deep romantic or familial connections will never be identical.
That is why we should try to understand each other.
At least you're easy to talk to. You can make a good partner for a mercenary like me.
And you could make a good partner for one as devoted to the kingdom as I.
That depends on how much your master would pay.
I would expect no less.
Enough chatting. We should prepare for
I like it.
Yes, we should talk again when we have time.
I'm always around.
I like it. You guys came in just a smidgen too late. We've been doing a bunch of supports for a while, and we've already gone through some really hilarious ones today. Because everybody wants to talk to the antisocial edge boy Felix. Look at how many, like, high-ranking supports he has on here. Dimitri pays in not stabbing you. That's right. Dimitri definitely pays in not stabbing you. For those of you who are familiar with Dimitri, the reason that we say that he is a monster is A, because of things that have happened in the story, and B, because look at his goddamn stats at level 38. He has many things in the 30s and above. You do not screw with. He's also, at times, on a dragon. Because I gave him that. Here, let's put him on a dragon.
Someone actually gets my spoofs and goose.
Because now he's on a dragon.
A new path to improvement.
Now he's a flyer too. Thank you. I didn't look at what that was. I have 2 emails now as to what the. Hold on, give me a second, because I'm all over the map because I get really giggly about Fire Emblem because it's just one of my favorite franchises of all time, and I'm loving this game so much. I got Coffee Gay 6969 is following me, and Soundright is now following me. Thank you for the both of you. I remember you well from John's race streams. You were a very consistent racer. I don't care about the botch that was Super Mario Bros. 3. Thank you, Leapin. Who else still needs a little bit of work here? We got goals, Felix. Yeah, I can actually have Felix eat with somebody. Maybe you'll get to see a Felix support. Felix can work with Sylvain, Annette, and Bernie. Have I already eaten with Bernie this week? Bernie and... Felix hates that one. No good. Felix and Bernie. There we go.
That looks appetizing.
I'd rather eat alone in my room, but since that's apparently not allowed...
I also have an emote incoming of Bernie, and shortly after that one, hopefully one of Dimitri. Still waiting on that what? Ah, phooey, no go. Alright, goals, who still needs it? Ingrid and Leonie still need it, so roster... Not roster. Ingrid needs to support with Dorothea and Sedith, and that is it, okay?
I appreciate any good meal.
I don't like being hit on during a meal. So it's nice to be
These
with
are
you.
two of my favorite girls in this game, because Ingrid is a fantastically fully fleshed out, wholesome person. And Dorothea I stole from another class. I'm not using her much, but everything out of her mouth is either really, like, really smarmy in a good way, like pinpricky, or very depressing. And I'm super interested in learning more when I go through Black Eagles. Goals, the last one is Leonie, and I can just give her stuff, so let's go do that. Dimitri's gone through some tough times. That includes breaking someone's skull in his bare hands. Real thing that happened in a cutscene. Not even just saying that it happened. Hi, Ash. How are you doing? Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen you. By the way, I'm doing a Hard Blind Classic run. I call it an Iron Boy because everybody gets one extra life. Mercy, Ash, and Petra are all dead. Like, for reals dead. Ooh, Dorothea turned into a real mortal savant. Good for her. Platinum fish. You have a mithril. Golden fish, and umbral steel. Okay, don't need any of those.
What do you think? Guess that whatever the...
Gifts. You guys did come right in time to actually do a battle, because this is the last week before we do the battle for the month. So we will get to some Fire Emblem, and you will get to see how untouchable so much of my army is at this point.
Wow.
Thanks. Thanks.
Okay, so you're maxed out. Can you teach me things? Wait, no. Don't,
Guess this that whatever the...
Nah, I'm C ranking all of those. Sedith! Sedith, where are you? Teach me to sword! Sword. 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 What do you think? Sword. Who else? Marianne can teach me things. Yeah, Marianne can teach me things. You are down at... here-ish somewhere? There you are. Don't think of it as stealing from a class. Think of it as transfer students without returning. You know, somebody brought up an interesting idea to me in an earlier stream, which is that what if they put something into the game where your students could be transferred away from you? Like, if you're not using a student all that much, or you've decided to focus somewhere else, if you go a little while without using them, one of the other professors could transfer them away from you. That would I think that would be really cool, honestly. And it would give more of a feeling of equality between the classes.
Claude, eh? He always was sharp among his peers.
Shamir is fantastic. She's one of my favorite people in this game, and I'm going to share with you all now why that is, because I keep this in a screenshot. Right here. That's what I like about being a knight. I get to punch all the nobles I want. And I have a very specific feeling about nobles around here, which is... in my quote bot. Noble is code word for douchos. So I like Shamir. I like her a lot. Just while I'm here too, here's another shot of Dimitri giving us the side eye. Just real suspicious. It's been a fun night here. Who else can teach me things?
So when the
A bit more reason work would let me get, no, I don't want to just spread myself too thin. Where's Catherine at? Catherine can continue to teach me to sword. Also tonight to do our kick, roundhouse kicked another, yeah, there we go. To do our king roundhouse kicked another unit. Here we go. This was in a tournament. I won the last round. Here's the semifinals.
I will break you.
He did that twice in that tournament. He did it again in the finals. It was the best.
Pardon me.
Catherine, you're down here. No, you're up here on the bridge. Trying to remember where everybody is.
First Lord, if we
Sword.
Really?
Papa Gilly, where are you at? You can give me a little bit more work on my armors. When you want to brutally harass your enemy, but your arms are sore. For one, Dee-Dee-Doo's arms would never get sore. They're stronger than Papa Gilly's, but he just wanted to show off. And also, that advice is technically accurate. D rank. There we go.
This experience is critical.
Did I do the gardening? Really quickly, I don't know if I stopped in here. I did not. Wonderful. Plant. Give you some... Yeah, let's just plant a bunch of flower seeds. It's nice as a backup gift for motivation. Good, and we'll cultivate this with some wonderful Pegasus poop. And I'm also going to check really quick about selling off any fish that I have, because I don't want to go below that 50k. Remember, that 50k is what I brought in from a cheap online trick, and I'm like, I don't really feel good about using that.
Welcome. Please come again.
Hello there.
Sell. Fishies. Goddess messengers need to stay. Foldlandies still cost 2,000. Yikes.
This one,
Yep,
yes?
sell this.
I thank you. This one, yes? This one, yes? I thank
Indian herring, 100 gold.
This one, yes? This one, yes? This one, yes?
God damn it, I keep hitting the button too fast.
I think this one, yes? I think
It's not a lot, but it's enough. Now we end. And we'll get to the battle.